into the Nightmare Empire. As you guys have your ship parked in Hell's Hook, you last time had some great prophesying to see how screwed you would be by the Iron Lich Lord here in Hell's Hook versus your maker back in Blackwater, as you're readily practicing to deceive.
Well,
Yeah.
And do you recall your Sirius's prophecy of the things that will be required of you to have the Lich Lord's trust?
oh, let me see. Did somebody else write it down?
5 golden rings, mockingbird 3, and 2
3
turtle.
tasks to earn loyalty. Blood trader must be spilled. Sale of a ship and betrayal of your maker.
Which is convenient because number 3 is like hand in hand with what you want to do anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just handy.
Yeah. Hand in
Maybe
hand.
too handy.
That's fair. If it's too convenient, what if, I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that.
I mean, it's an empire of liches. Of course, they're on a regular basis. That's just a gimme.
I mean, what else do they have to do?
You know what they say? Liches get stitches.
That's awesome. That was a good one. I like that.
I'm good at giving stitches, so is that your plan? You're
Ooh, we
getting
should make you a lich.
Yeah,
Install you in power.
Lily's already gotten stabbed several times. She knows about stitches.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also a master stitcher. I mean, she stitched love right into 2 of the undead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, what is your guys' plan for going up to the Lich Lord's, palatial estate?
I say we just go and smooth talk the guy and say, look, we took care of your mine for you. Look at how great it turned out. Here's the body. I think we just do it. Just do it like we would if we had actually done what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the ideal thing. Just pretend like nothing changed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, dry run for when we do it with boss.
Yeah.
Well, this is a boss, and then we're going to get his help on the other boss.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That sounds good. I mean, just play it straight.
So I have a high charisma, and Captain he has an even higher charisma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bone Tibia, do you have a high charisma? But you have a high intelligence, right?
I have high intelligence.
Okay. I'm.
But I don't have as good a deception, so you might be better if you have deception.
I don't have my. Who you're asking?
So deception is based on. Let me look.
Charisma.
Is it really? Okay. Yeah. So I don't have a bonus in that because I didn't take it as a specialized. No. But I do have a +1 on it. Now intimidation, I have a +4.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to intimidate the Lich Lord.
But
not yet.
But persuasion, I have a +4. Persuasion and deception, hand in hand, I should be able to finagle a good talking.
Yeah.
I think if the dice are nice to me.
Yeah. And also, I think that's kind of the direction we have to go. Captain might be better at deception, but yeah, that's not my. That is not my rogue strong suit. I am not a liar. I'm a straight shooter.
You
And
stitched
honestly,
true.
I feel like your shooting has not been that straight.
Yeah, that's true.
No, she
I
shoots
don't know. Those arrow shots are really good that I recall.
yeah.
Yeah,
Remember.
some are. You know,
Oh,
It's a-
I was thinking, I was like, there's a lot of trouble in our first ship battle, but that's because you fell out of the crow's nest, not because
yeah,
of the shooting.
yeah.
And before she fell out, she was killing pretty good.
oh yeah, she's really good with that crossbow.
Yeah. And I'm not good at is conceal the fact that I'm dead.
Well, again, deception, right?
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I may work on that later. That's something I have to pick up at during a level though, or like an 8 or a 12. 8 being considerably closer.
Okay, so obviously your Magitech is staying back to play with his new abomination that he's hammering bolts into to start making it twitch up on the deck. As you're realizing, yeah, he's gonna make that nasty thing, and it's gonna live on the deck of your ship. You're not sure quite how you feel about that yet, but and I do recall he kidnapped a light steamjack as well that's now sitting on the deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or he modified it and put it in his quarters.
I don't think you gave him that big of a room.
No.
Okay.
So
Alright.
it's Captain, you're readying your away team to head the Iron Lich's compound. Who all are you taking? Since we have a short group tonight.
No, I can't take her.
Oh, you could totally take your Cirrus if you want. That would just be interesting.
Yeah, but no, I don't want anyone to see her alive.
It would make things rather confusing later.
Yes. So, so
Yeah.
no, I can't take her, but we can take everyone else.
Yeah.
Because, Sweetum's is going to do the talking, and we're going to need Oregon for when the shit hits the fan, and Bontibia
is gonna is gonna
she's got,
probably avoid problems.
well, yeah, and she's got a diverse set of skills, which is very useful.
She has
Yeah.
a very special set of skills.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've got expertise in Arcana, so I think I might know more about magic than the wizard does at this point.
Oh,
Well, is that or
Well,
insight? And honestly, Bontiva is, as a character, not the best at reading people.
actually, that would be awesome because I'm a sorcerer, so I actually have crappy Arcana.
I think I have a
So,
+8 right now. I'm not going to look that up in a second, but yeah,
okay.
it is.
So,
It is funny how expertise makes you very, very good at things.
it just means you're an expert at it. You've practiced, and practice
also,
makes perfect.
Sorry. If Star Trek has taught me anything, it's that you always bring all of your senior officers on away missions.
Especially the science officer.
Yes.
I think that's what I qualify
And
as.
the medic. No, you're more the medic.
I'm both.
You're bones. You're bones. Damn it, Jim.
Literally bones.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Literally bones.
Yes. Yes, that is actually the origin of my name.
Is it really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Yes, it was. Yeah, I definitely took that as inspiration. I didn't want to just be bones, so I took a
Tibia.
made up bone to it, a tibia.
I love it.
That's neat. I didn't know that. It's cool.
It fit very well with what I do.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
are you
So,
bringing the corpse of the rebel?
yes, the
Air
rebel
quote
leader.
corpse.
It's got her, so it should. Yeah, totally.
Nothing can go wrong here. Why did
You want me to just throw
Why did I say
her
that?
over my shoulder?
Yeah.
Because you
I
want us
mean,
to have a interesting night.
are
Yeah,
you wanting Oregon Ramsey to just toss her over there and carry her, or you want to rent yourselves a wagon?
Wait, now I'm bigger and stronger than Oregon. Why does he get to carry the body and not me?
Because he
Because I
volunteered.
can't do
Because-
anything else.
Okay.
Oh,
The negotiator, you don't want to look like you're doing manual labor.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
you don't want the Lich Lord to look at you and say, "Who is this, and why is it talking to me?"
Exactly.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm the first mate, so I mean,
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so you
But
guys.
yeah,
What?
actually, I think we should carry the body and just dump it unceremoniously at his feet. I like it.
Yeah. It shows the disdain with which we dispatched her and her senior crew.
Exactly.
Yeah, and plus, if I carry it, I can get a couple of nipples in.
Ooh, it's still mostly fresh. Okay, so you guys head on up the main street. Conveniently, it leads right to his palatial fortress that has a beautiful oversee of the entire bay, as well as you totally notice there's some cannon placements up there just in case. He could totally rain fire on this town if he wanted to. I mean, protect the town with cannon fire. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be you know what? I have nothing to add to that.
So you guys pretty much have a unceremonious hike up the hill as you're seeing the different shops. Wagons of fresh meat being brought into some shops, fresh delivery of barrels to other shops. A couple of people getting paid with a wheelbarrow full of necrotite. As you get closer up to the estate, you notice that it's surrounded by a 20-foot brick wall that has a little palisade up top with some guards walking back and forth. And as you start to get about half a block away, you totally see that there are two dragon knights, which are basically two really large undead guardians that have really heavy plate armor and glowing green flaming swords. That totally matches the flaming green lights in their eyes, as they totally, both of their heads eerily follow and track you guys as you get closer, but they don't move a muscle until you get. How close are you guys getting?
Well, we're supposed to be here. It's okay to just walk right past him, I think, isn't it? He's expecting us.
Right?
Expecting and expecting are two different things.
Are they?
You're
You might.
Excuse me.
Shall I say, anyone stopping Sweetums from just marching right up past these guys?
You might want to be announced.
Oh.
And as soon as you guys get within 10 feet, these two dragon knights step wide steps towards each other and immediately cross their two-handed claymore-like sword. They're barring your path.
Well, that's rude.
Okay. Can I address them? Are they intelligent? They seem intelligent.
I mean, they responded to your, so that's some kind of
Oh,
intelligence.
oh,
You're undead. They're undead. You're intelligent.
somewhat. Sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, Cap, you want to do the talking, or do you want me to?
Go for it.
Okay. So I walk up and say, "Good day. We are here on the Lich Lord's business, and we have a delivery to make to him. He's expecting us."
And they just both stare at you with their lower jaw moving just a little, and you hear grinding teeth sound as in unison they look at you and they say, "Not without permission."
We've already been to see him once. Is on a mission, so could you send word that we are here and get permission for us, please?
And immediately you hear someone shout out, "Oh, wait, my fault, my mistake, I was not at my post, I took one moment to use the privy," and you totally see off in the distance behind them, there's this guy in a scholar's robe, kind of hoisting up his robe so he can run quickly, and he's coming with, he's got a big ledger strapped to his belt, and he comes running up towards the big guys, and he totally pats one on the hip armor because that's about as high as he can reach on the big monster. And he says, "Just one moment. Are you expected?" And this human whips out his tentacles and totally puts them on and unlashes his little ledger and whomps the ledger open. And he's looking. And he says, 8 bells, 9 bells, 10 bells. I don't see you in the ledger for today's business."
We're the captain and crew of the Revenant's Revenge. The Lord sent us on a mission, and we're here returning from that mission.
So,
Should
are
we
you
go back to our ship? And
are you the individuals that were going down into the mines?
yes, we are. That was our mission.
And which one of you is the captain?
I point to the captain.
Very well. And he steps forward, actor that's hovering there, and he says, "So, Captain, um, how may I say this delicately? Unfortunately, you are not on the schedule, but I will see about penciling you in." And he totally, flips some paper and says, "Are you available to come back 3 days from next touring day?" And that's like 3 months down the line.
So I elbow the captain and hand him 20.
You elbow the
Kinda
incorporeal
nod to
captain and you drop
the guy.
gold into the ghost.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I hand the gentleman 20 gold, very surreptitiously, for the captain, and ask him if he could fit us in a little sooner than that.
Okay, you whip out your purse, count out 10 coins real quick, like a classic arcader, and proceed to hand. And he takes it and, of course, plops it in a big pocket in his robe. And he looks right at it and says, "Don't look at me that way. Back to your posts." And they both one wide step apart, opening up. And he says, "So, I do see an opening has come up for later today. Would you be available in, say, 4 hours?"
I hand him another 10 gold and ask him if there's something a little sooner. We have a body to present to the Lord.
Give
And, it's dripping.
me a charm with advantage roll for that.
Charm or persuasion?
Persuasion would work too. Okay.
Nice.
And he smiles and says, "I like the way your crew does business. Know how to properly get business done, I can see. After all, you've come back less than 20 hours after you went off to go pacify the mines. Of course you know how to take care of business. Would you be available in 2 hours for when the Lich Lord is doing his business in the gardens?"
Fair enough. We can kill time until then.
Excellent, excellent. It's the only thing most of us citizens can kill anymore is just the days of the week, immortality and all. And please come with me. And he gestures towards the goon squad to stay at attention, and he basically gestures for you guys to follow, as he'll basically put you where you need to be for your. Do you all follow?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, and you see this beautiful. It looks almost like a Zen, but there's sand and rocks and patterns. But the only thing that's different than a typical Zen garden is the fact that there's about 30 heads in the garden sticking up out of the ground.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. Is he
Some
is he growing them, or are
some
they just
human,
decoration?
some undead, some seem to be dead. And it's eerie as you come around the wall, all the faces look at you guys in unison, practically walking.
Oh, so they're live. They're prisoners.
They're alive or unlive, as the case may be.
Yeah. Most of them are animated. How's that?
Yes. They seem to be responding to your approach, but none of them are saying a thing. Is anybody going to look closely at these heads that are looking and talking and watching you walking?
I am.
Go ahead and
I'm
give me
curious
a
about
perception check.
a perception. I can do that.
A perception.
Sheet. Let's go. Perception.
Very
Okay.
Yeah.
So you notice the not undead heads seem to be in very poor physical condition, and all of the heads seem to have their lips stitched shut,
Ah.
Nice.
living and unliving, so they can't say a word.
Okay.
And everybody give me a willpower saving throw except Bone Tibia, because you rolled good enough in that perception. You're looking at it clinically as someone who stitches bodies all day long.
Yeah.
And you guys
What
have
do we use
advantage.
for willpower?
Wisdom saving throw with
Okay.
advantage. Because
Oh.
y'all are undead, so you shouldn't be that afraid of the willies.
Yeah.
You sure I can't do persuasion like Bone Tibia?
Oh, thank goodness for advantage.
All right.
So Oregon, Ramsey, and Sweetums. This
Yeah.
shit
Good.
seems to be the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to you guys. You're just having like the idea of having your mouth stitched shut and buried up to your neck in this garden. You see this as absolutely one of the 9 levels of hell.
Never be able to eat again.
Never be able to taste anything, and more importantly, being stuck at perpetual torture.
Also not
So
ideal.
you guys are definitely off kilter right now. You know, you're like, okay, I get the idea. This guy will fuck you if you fuck around with him. We're just gonna be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are both off your game, so totally expect some disadvantage rolls if you're doing anything, because
Okay.
you're constantly glancing back at the corpses that remind you a lot of yourself, and the fact that they've been buried for who knows how long. Some of the bodies that you see buried out there are actual corpses that apparently died, and nobody's bothered to dig them up. And
Messy.
then after everybody's got the willies, Lily Bontivia totally looks closer at the beautiful white sand that makes up this Zen garden type of deal, and you realize that the sand is actually pure sea salt.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I
That,
won't be.
that's
That's
So,
Go ahead.
So any of the corpses preserved and dead in there will have a great job of being permanently modified. And our
Yeah.
captain, do you mention that it's salt?
Yes.
As you mentioned that the
A brief kind of whisper of like, so Captain, so you know, step down. You won't have a good time.
and thankfully there is a path through this, like a typical garden. It's got a solid path going to a little beautiful little bridge that goes over a glowing green blighted water feature.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
servant totally says, "Oh, yes, the garden. The crops here in the garden are those who have disappointed our great and powerful Iron Lich.
Oh.
Please ensure that you don't lose yourself into the garden itself.
Yeah.
Even death cannot be a freedom from the garden."
Well, it's a good thing we did exactly what he asked us to.
Yes.
And he totally gestures over to some beautiful black stone, black granite benches that have like little gold veins and white marble veins running through them. So it looks super, super exotic and definitely does not naturally show up on the island here. And he says, if you would please wait there, his lichness will be by with his retainers in about, and he totally pulls out his little mechanical watch, in about 2 hours' time. And he will be warned that you will be here, so he will not be surprised, regardless of how he acts.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We appreciate your service.
Yes.
As he totally clicks heel and takes off to parts unknown.
Yeah. So, guys, is everyone still really great with this plan that we have?
I
Yes,
don't
think we go
like the
forward with
garden.
it. It's
This
fine.
seems like it was a terrible plan.
What do you want to do? You want to go back down in the mine and keep? That's
I'm okay
our
with
only
that.
other option.
Yeah. I don't really love that option either, but yeah, things are not looking the way I love them right now.
Really? I think it's fine. I think because the garden's out there, he expects everybody to just do what he says, and so he's not going to expect a double cross at all. We've got the body of the leader lady. We've got all the information we need to bluff our way through this. We know that she was a priest of some sort, and she was alive, and we killed her, and that we killed a few of her people, her lieutenants, and he's ready for him to send down somebody to run the place. And we have the name of the guy who gave us the tour, who is in on the plan and ready to help guide the new leader and everything. So yeah. I think we're good, guys. We've got all the information. We've got the skills. We can do this.
I'm going to take a moment to whip stitch that mouth shut on this person.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Get it ready for him. He'll like that.
Yeah. I mean, unless we want to dig a hole for him, but that seems presumptuous.
Yeah. I'm sure one of his Dragon Knights can do it.
And the whole time you guys are talking, every time you glance around, you just notice there's all these heads looking intently at you guys.
Listen to us?
Not have been discussing this while the heads could hear us. I'll concede that. That was a fuck up on my part.
Gonna have to get a mind meld going on so we can speak telepathically with each other.
I mean, the heads aren't making any noise, living or undead. So they're just topiary.
See,
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
we were in a room, but I thought we were in a room away from the garden.
No,
sorry.
you're in the garden, sitting at the little benches so you can sit and enjoy the view.
Okay. Well, we're good.
I
We
am.
we did our job. The mine is ready to start producing again. Ready for a new foreman to go in.
I think Lich Lord's going to see it.
That's how he's going to see it because that's what we're going to show him.
Because that's what we did.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Okay.
I have 100% confidence of him believing everything I say.
Well, and he asked not to kill too many of his workers down there, and we did that. We only killed the top people, and that's it. A couple lieutenants, the main lady, turned the tides of the whole mine. We're good.
We made examples.
Yeah.
It's all good. Nothing untoward happened. We certainly will not reap any negative benefits from that.
No, only
The
positive.
killings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly.
No pizza party
I'm-
for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm playing it totally aloof and intangible because I'm definitely staying well to the middle of the path.
Well, thankfully, in the circle with the benches, it's away from the salt, so you can
Okay.
hover around the bench.
Yeah.
It's,
Also, I feel like we should be concerned with how the servant left, telling us that despite how the Lich acts, he'll have been expecting us. That seems ominous.
I think he just isn't going to tell the Lich Lord, and he'll be surprised to see us, and that's okay. We can roll with that.
I am going to investigate these heads because I have nothing better to do at this moment.
okay,
Want to know
now,
more about?
so you basically use your investigation skill to see what you can discover about the heads.
Yeah. Either that, I could use my Arcana skill to see if I can figure out anything about, how they're being used.
Okay, you have enough time to do both if you'd like.
Both. Oh God, that's not a good idea. I could always open the mouth of one guy's, and we could kind of figure out what he's going on with him.
That you could. You still have time.
Yep.
As the imaginary clock's saying, it's
did
only
I-
been like half an hour that you guys have been talking and trying to just kill time.
Can I roll a perception check and see what I can notice around the surrounding area too?
Yes,
Well,
but I believe
I'll
you're
wait.
disadvantaged. Creepiness.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Go ahead, Bobby. I'll do that after. I'll do mine after yours. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna do my
Yeah,
investigation, then Arcana, then I'll debate opening a mouth to get some extra info.
Okay. Okay, so with your
Wow.
investigation, you do know for a fact, about halfway back in the garden, there are two humans, living humans, that are side by side that seem to have wiggled. Not free, but wiggled the majority of the way that if they succeeded at one athletics check, they could probably struggle their way free of where they are. I will totally give you that one right there. And in regards to the other, looks like most of them are just watching you because you're the only stimulus in this whole entire area to watch.
Okay. All right, Arcana. So if I can figure out anything about what they're doing beyond just watching us, if they're just being tortured like this, or if they have some purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, 17. So you're pretty sure that none of these people have been like they were alive and then they turned undead. Any of the undead you see are basically clothed and appear as your typical revenants that were buried and tortured. Ritual wise, you're not sure of any ritual that would require this kind of inhumane soul, the living and the undead.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it's just a sadist thing between the investigation and the arcana. Of this Lich Lord is a real dick.
All right. I'm gonna
And
let.
You even see with that investigation, one of the people has like what would be terminal dehydration for a human being, but has been
Yeah.
somehow preserved magically and healed.
Oh, that's fun.
So they're being forced to stay alive beyond what normal human means would be.
Yeah. Well, I'll let Sweetums take a turn now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Perception. I want to check out the surrounding area. Oh, never mind. I don't notice anything.
And with your 5, you just notice all the heads. When you surround, they're all looking directly up at you, and it's unnerving as fuck.
I want to point out that I rolled a 2 because I have +3 on my perception.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is one of my proficiencies. That's really bad. At least I
And
didn't
you
roll a
roll
1. But
double
damn.
single digits. But yep. You are unnerved by the creepiness of the. You're the type that's like raising the undead or kill a man, but don't keep them in between. That's just wrong.
Yeah. I really have a feeling that I want to smash all the heads and put them out of their misery.
I mean, that would be a thing.
I'm not going to do it. You know, that's what I want to do.
Can I speak? I mean, he's my first mate, and he's going to be doing the talking. Can I speak a word of encouragement and try and instill some confidence and
Sure.
Wait, you can smash our heads, can't you, Captain? You were doing that when we were
yes.
underwater.
Yes, I can.
Nice. This would be a good time to do that. Might be uplifting.
Letting him know that he's part of the crew. He's faced worse situations. This is evil and torture, or this is torture, but it's part of life, and
the worst of unlife.
And that you had my first mate. The whole crew trusts you. The whole crew looks up to you. You've got this, me boy. You don't be worrying about the advantage. That's just the way the powerful try to keep us in our place. But we're pirates. We're free. We don't play those games. You can be wiser, better. Except it sounds way more encouraging in the movie.
Did you totally want to give him Bardic Inspiration at the same time so we can remake that saving roll with advantage and Bardic Inspiration just in case?
Yeah, except I'm not a bard in this one. I'm just a sorcerer.
Oh, that's right. So go ahead and both of you that failed your saves, give me another power save, except at this point, Will has, I'm sorry, not Will, Sweetums has, because the captain has bolstered your jib and shivered yours to help, There you go.
Yeah.
Woo,
Natural freaking 20 as all of the captains, giving you the pep talk. You're just like, that's right. That's right. I've had more faces stare at me than this lazy lot here. They don't even stand attention for their captain. And Oregon Ramsey made your save well from the creepiness.
Just keep staring at the eyes.
Do I get advantage now since I rolled a 20? Or natural 20? That's not even 20 added up like a dirty 20. That's a natural 20.
I will give you advantage on your next roll, regardless of what it is. How about that?
Nice. Thank you very much, sir.
Since the captain has fluffed your ego and empowered your position, that you are the fist and voice of your captain for the most part. So another hour. So another
my
hour.
Crew watches my back and I watch theirs. It's my personality trait. I had to.
Is the captain earning himself inspiration? Is that what I'm sensing?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's perfect. As you guys have about an hour goes by, as you see a mechanical water clock in the distance, on the inside of the walls to the palace here, and you're pretty sure you hear voices coming from one of the nearby buildings. Sounds like a small retinue of people talking all over each other, but with one booming voice that seems to shut them all up whenever it booms.
Hmm.
Is there anything in the
I
meantime you guys are doing to prepare? This is me totally giving you chance to prepare if there's anything you needed
all
to
right.
do.
So I kind of address everybody, guys. Unless you see me start to fail or falter, let me do the talking for now. If I start to mess up or whatever, then we can somebody else can take over. Okay, so let's just let one person talk to fail, or if I start to stumble, somebody just slip in and just seamlessly help out. Okay,
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah. Oh, did I stitch shut our lovely companion's mouth?
Do you
Our
want
dead.
to?
I do.
Okay, give me a quick proficiency with your kit as you do a quick stitch to make it look very similar to the ones you see on the ground.
All right.
Hey, not bad. It's solid 10. You do a pretty decent job of it. I mean, the
Yeah.
face was pretty mangled, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your stitch, with the exception of your stitching being nice and new and clean material, it looks pretty much identical to the rest of the ones you see on the ground.
Yeah. I don't feel good about this, but we'll be fine. I'm sure.
And what are you doing with the body, by the way? I mean, you weekend of Bernie's that having it sitting on the thing? Do you have it thrown on the ground?
Is there a dais or something in front of us where he's
Uh,
grown?
nope. Just a nice open circle with circular benches at the edge.
Okay, I say we toss the body into the center, and unceremoniously when he walks up, just at his feet. Not before then.
Okay, so you just like have shoulder until then.
Yeah,
Mine or had her on his shoulders.
I can keep holding.
Yeah.
Okay, and anyone gonna go mess with any of the faces on the ground?
No way.
It didn't sound like we have a lot of time for that.
You have an hour to kill. I mean,
Okay.
I
I'm
not doing it.
off my traits. I have to. Is someone going to stop me if I'm going to try and ask some questions to one of these faces?
Well, here's my thought about the faces.
Yeah.
They may be a conduit that he's using to listen in on any conversations that are going on in this circle before he gets here.
Yeah, that's what I was
that's
thinking.
diabolical.
Yeah.
Scribbling
So-
down notes.
I don't think it's a good idea to interact with them. It's better to just ignore them now that we know, something about them. We know that the two are kind of wiggling their way out, and we can use that to as to sweeten the deal. Hey, by the way, these two are wiggling their way free. Did you know?
I
Ooh,
want to start asking us some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
okay. Seems to be
I'm
a
someone
female. As she looks up at you, you practically see her moving her mouth, even though her lips are completely dried and caked shut. As she looks at you with pleading, begging eyes.
Do you want to cut her stitches?
Yeah, I'm going to
Video?
try and cut some stitches.
Now you're gonna cut them nicely so you can or just slice with the knife and cut the stitches off.
I'm going to cut them nicely so I can restitch them.
Okay, go ahead and give me your necromancer kick just to see how professionally you cut it.
All right. One more try with the necromancer kit.
There you go. You pull it in a certain way that you will have no problem restitching her shut.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
she immediately makes this panting sound as she just looks up and says, "Do you have any water?"
No, I don't, but don't really need any of that myself. But so, can you tell me about? Excuse me, about this place that we find ourselves in. I'd rather not end up here myself, and maybe I can figure out something for you to drink. If you have some information I could use.
As she just starts smacking her dried, crusty lips with the stitch holes through them, her lips, and says, "I can only talk if you give me something to parch my thirst."
I have a water skin that I hand to Bone Tibia.
I take a sip.
Oh, as the water comes dribbling out your lower half.
So you'll tell us some information?
Are you dangling the water as bait?
Yes.
Give me an intimidation with advantage.
Okay. With advantage, I might actually accomplish something.
I'm just gonna say I
Okay.
can intimidate the fuck out of somebody.
I'm the one doing the talking, though, so
I know.
it's
As
how it
she
goes.
just, she starts to, her voice totally croaks from not being used in who knows how long, and the fact that her tongue seems almost shriveled up in its mouth. If it wasn't for some kind of magical intervention, she would be long past from this world.
I'm aggravated. I hand Sweetum the water and walk away.
So I give
And
her a small.
she immediately starts
Oh,
to
go ahead.
wail as you turn your back on her. But then Sweetums is doing what?
I give her a little sip of water and tell her that's all you get until we get some information.
And she just like greedily sucks on the wineskin, trying to suck in that quick moment as much as she can. As you hear her just like instantly start hacking and coughing, since her throat is so dry that it instantly clamps shut because she was trying to drink too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of like coughs and some spittle drools out her mouth onto the ground. What can I answer?
What is this place with all these heads and the salt?
This is the Iron Lich Lord's Garden of Torments. He sadistically keeps us here.
And what did you do to get here? Do you know anything about these people?
As she kind of like coughs for a second, then she starts with I did nothing other than to send my children to freedom. I I I made sure that they would not be lived a tormented life such as this.
Okay, I give her a little bit more water.
And this time she did a little better, a little less coffee, And she drinks it gently this time from you, and she says, thank, thank you so very much. I'm glad you are kinder than your friend over there. And she kind of nods with her nose in the direction of Bone Tibia.
Yeah, not my strong suit.
Can
Um,
can you can you help me out of this situation? And I'll tell you anything and everything I know.
well, we can't remove you from here right now. We may be able to come in later and sneak you out, but not when the Lord will be here really soon. He'd notice that your body was missing. So hold on, hold tight, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, but we need to know more. What do Does anybody here report to the Lord, or do they all hate him as much as you?
Everyone reports to the Lord. He rules this land. If you can be in his good, it is well in your choice to do so.
So, I mean, do any of the heads here, the people buried here, do they tell him things?
And she kind of, you're not sure if it was a snicker or a laugh, but she just does this wheezy sound. She says, in one way or another, everyone here has disappointed our glorious Lich Lord. And she's, even with her dehydration and her throat gone, her sarcasm comes through loud and clear.
Nice. Okay. So I give her some rations to chew on real quick. I've got rations.
And she kind of bites down on one of the rations you have, and immediately one of her teeth break from the whole lack of use and scurvy.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately she coughs some blood up with some of the food, and tries to immediately right back to it right afterwards, like nothing happened in her mouth, and you just see this like what she's eating.
Better than nothing. And then I give her some more water to wash it down, and then I signal to Bone Tibia to come stitch her mouth closed and tell her I'm sorry, but we have to make sure that you look exactly like you did before.
No!
So that
She starts to moan, and now that you've given her food and water, her voice is a little louder and clearer. Is there anything you were going to do to shut her up before she can make noise?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold her mouth closed while Bone Tibia stitches her up. I've got an 18 strength, man.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check to see as you try to gag her before she can get that sound out.
Athletics or strength? Which one do you want?
Athletics, it's better.
Okay.
It's your strength plus some. Okay, 12. You immediately like slap your hand over her mouth.
Wait. I get advantage, don't I? Remember you said the next roll is advantaged.
Okay, if you want to use it for this one, you advantage. 14 as you smack your hand over her mouth, and all you're hearing is the air whistling out of her nostrils, which was totally going to be a high-pitched scream of terror.
Yes. Sorry, dear.
Now, Bone Tibia, give me your Necromancer kit or a Deception check to see if you can stitch her back up like nothing's changed. Give me like a 12 or better. Natural freaking 20. You like splash some water to wash the blood and the crumbs away and everything, so she looks exactly the same. Then you like scrape your foot in the dirt so the spit and the blood she spit out is gone on the salt. And you like take your finger and complete the little salt rake marks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to get caught.
Great job.
And as soon as you do that, like the undead heads right next to her is totally like giving you the head nod, like, do me next. Do me next.
Not enough time, guys. Sorry. I tell everybody, hey, if you guys are quiet, we'll see if we can come back and free some of you and take you onto our ship. We have a ship.
We do that.
Sail away from here. What?
Yep.
Now, is that a deception or is that a persuasion?
That's a persuasion, because we can do it. If we can't, we won't. But we're going to be in and out of this place quite a bit, so
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion with advantage. Since,
oh my God! What the hell? Can I reroll?
As you're just like, no, everybody behave. Teacher says, if you behave, we'll sing as many of you as we can when we can.
It's more like substitute teacher said that.
And then all of a sudden they all like give you this look like, yeah, right. As you get the idea that you're just weren't that convincing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Think?
it could totally be from that previous freak out of seeing them that you're just, you're kind of giving them the wigged out look of like, you're fine. You are fine. We'll spring you out later.
Right.
On the way out of town, we'll come pick you up.
Can I roll an intimidation to keep them silent?
Okay, with that solid double 6 you rolled, you realize that they're just not buying what you say, or they're just not that desperate, or worse, they've probably been tricked so many times. They're just cynical of anyone promising to rescue them.
So I draw
Especially
my
some undead folks brought out to the garden to be intimidated.
okay.
You're gonna threaten to kick one of them.
I'm gonna pull out my my boarding axes and threaten them with those.
Damn. Okay,
Tell
when
them if
you
you guys say anything or make any noise, I'm gonna bash your heads in.
off with your head.
Yeah.
Take their
And
eyes away so that they've got nothing.
The skull.
as they all like kind of like they do that facial expression. No, they squish their eyes and they turn away from you slightly, like don't beat me. And off in the distance, you hear the commotion coming closer. As if you look on the map, the scary armored dude with the glowing green skull and the eye patch.
Um,
I don't see that.
I
Do I
don't
need
see
to
that.
refresh? I'll refresh.
It would help if I put you on the right map.
Oh,
I'm totally on another map. So you see that gentleman, he's got his mechanical hands behind his back, very large magical sword hanging on his side. He's got
There it
stacks
is.
belching out necrotite smoke that keeps his body moving because he's half necrotech steamjack, half undead sorcerer of some kind. And you see the Lich Lord comes out as he's eloquently gesturing with his hand as he's turning to consult the 20 some odd people following him. And by people, I mean a large assortment undead, not undead, and monsters.
But we've already met the Lich Lord, have we? He
Oh.
gave us the quest.
no, we only met his representative.
No, we met him. Didn't we? Yeah.
No, it was his rep.
Okay, my bad.
As he is gesturing to his garden and says, "This is my garden of terror. If before you end your existence, you experience something similar to this. Some days when the wind and fog are strong, I have servants cut their lacings, and I listen to them wail into the fog. It's the only time that they can't be seen and they can't see each other in the fog, but their tormented echoes make me feel beautiful." As he totally looks over towards you guys and gives a passing glance, but then doesn't stop talking and goes back to his. And immediately you see his little assistant, his little steward, comes out and points at you guys and up next to the scheduling book to the Lich Lord, and the Lich Lord just gives him this poo gesture of "don't interrupt." As he points down and says, "You can see. This is a place I like to go to relax and see my harbor." And he gestures, and from that position, you look where his hand is, and you can totally see the palisade and the concentric lower levels of Hell's Hook going down, including, the two longest of the docks. You can see straight down what's at the docks. And of course, you totally see your boat there.
Nice.
And if you would like to bring your business to Hell's Hook, I can guarantee you the privateers of the Nightmare Empire will protect any of your ships from either the Barrel Breach or White Shark Reefs. Some say you would need to fear having to come here, but I promise you, we have fuel, we have oil, we have coal, and we have necrosurgeon aplenty. Anything you would like to have crafted here, our halls can manufacture at a moment's notice. In fact, some of our brave Black Fleet privateers are here, having done an important service for Hell's Hook. And he totally gestures to you guys sitting there, almost inviting you to the conversation, then he totally turns and ignores you just so you could think you could jump in.
Yeah.
Okay. I look on with rapt attention and listen carefully to what he's saying.
And you totally get the idea that this lich is totally a salesman on top of being a lich, because he's basically schmoozing these industry types to bring business to the harbor. And he goes on about how stable it is here, how, we are graced by the dragon, that we have never been invaded, even though we are one of the furthest to the west, east of the empire. As you totally get a hint that he's not nautical, but he's a lich. And if needed, the empire could rise at least 100 ships from just the Black Fleet to massacre anyone that needs massacring. In fact, for a small fee, I could guarantee that privateers could escort either yourselves, your cargo, or your ships to get 100% guarantee your safe arrival.
Oh.
And then he basically says, now, let us be men, coin, and profit. All of us can profit off this. After all, I promise you there is low overhead. If you need some employees, I can make some for you. If you bring employees with you that are too difficult, kill them. I'll make thralls of them for you free. Speak amongst yourselves, if you'd like. Speak with my topiary. And he gestures towards the heads as he totally kicks one and smashes in one of the eye sockets of an undead. So he's got green ichor oozing onto the ground. I shall return after discussing a different kind of business. And he starts walking towards you guys, totally clinking in his awkward, almost hunchback walk. And you totally see the exhaust for his necrotex tapers down to a very thin line of blackish green ash.
I'm sorry. I missed some of that because Ryan was calling me. He's on his way. He'll be here in like 10-15 minutes. What is the last thing that he
told them to talk amongst themselves while
doing?
he's dealing with you guys.
Oh, okay, great. So is he addressing us now?
He's walking to you guys right now.
Wonderful. Let's see if we can do better with our rolls. At least me. I mean, Lily's doing great with her rolls, but I, on the other hand, have not been the best.
Depends on what I'm doing. My intimidation was bad.
You're saving yourself for when it's important.
Yeah, but your sewing ability is just spot on.
That is one of my.
All right, so I signal for Will to toss the body at his feet as he approaches.
And I walk over and unceremoniously drop the body.
Just kerthunk like a thug.
Yeah.
As the Lich Lord down and pokes the body with his foot, and then proceeds to cast a quick cantrip spell, and you see the body gets clean. The stained clothes clean up. The filth on the face cleans up as he rolls over the body and says, I assume this is the leader of the rebellion?
Yes, my lord. She's a cleric of some sort. I don't remember what god she prayed to during the battle, but she was leading them. We took out her and a couple of her lieutenants, but everyone else in the line is alive, and they are ready to receive a new mine supervisor and get back to producing your necrotite, sir.
Excellent. And he just draws out the words. Then he looks at his hand after he touches her, and he casts prestidigitation, and his form becomes immaculately shiny and clean. And give me your deception roll for that. I'll give you an advantage with the body. It totally distracted him.
Deception? Okay.
Deception, yep.
Please,
Yeah.
please. There we go. Much better.
As with that 19, he looks at you, and his one flaming green eye and his eye patch glare at you, and the eye patch has got this beautiful green gem inside in it that just screams to you it's some kind of magic-y thing. As he says, excellent. I don't recognize her, but I wouldn't think I would recognize a slave in one of my mines. So, by ready for a new supervisor, are you saying they have been pacified sufficiently?
Oh yes, sir. They understand that they will do your bidding and continue producing the necrotite as commanded.
Excellent. And decimate too much of the slave population?
An example out of the leaders and didn't touch any of the workers.
Prudent, very prudent. Waves a little clawed, overly exaggerated, spiky armor-plated finger. As he taps his bone chin, and you just hear this ivory on steel click as he says, "So, I assume the standard reward for risk would be warranted here? Did you make sure not to set my mines on fire?"
Oh yes, sir. We were very careful about it. Anything that was used was weapons without any metal.
Prudent, most prudent. Now, somebody
Or
give
anything
me
else on it.
an insight check. I was waiting for somebody to ask, but somebody give me an insight check.
I could do that if you wanted. Does anyone want that? God damn it.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just trying to get my window right.
Solid 10. This guy is a rock. He is hard to read, but you definitely get the idea he is toying with Sweetums, trying
Can
to
I
get
roll an
Sweetums to
insight
say
check?
more. Sure.
Yep.
You're too busy talking to listen.
Oh, what the heck? What's the worst that can happen? Can I roll an insight check?
Captain is silently watching. I'll totally give you that.
And can I use my inspiration?
You
Haha.
could totally burn your inspiration. 15. You are 1% sure this lich is toying with your man and knows exactly the score. Nothing he is saying is surprising the Lich Lord. It's just the Lich Lord is getting off on the ceremony of this meeting.
Okay.
Obviously,
And
he's got to hang up for a sense of decorum.
So I will let you know inside your head.
All right. So the captain lets me know he's the jig is up.
Well, not that
And
the
so-
jig is up. He's
No.
just he's enjoying the sparring. He already knows all of your answers, but he's enjoying the sparring.
So he
Yeah.
Like-
doesn't technically know that we're lying. He knows what I'm going to say. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. He's
Yeah.
knowing the answers of what's public knowledge. Basically, his security guards reported that you guys came out with the body, and you guys didn't burn the place
Okay.
down. And you said you took care of the
Okay, good.
workers. So he's already been briefed. He's just enjoying this, letting you feel important and talk about it.
Yeah. So you're doing
Well,
good.
that's fine. Okay, great.
Yeah, there's
So-
nothing detrimental here going on.
So far,
You
I asked.
succeeded at the important lie.
I asked the Lich Lord if he's willing to help us with our little problem of trying to free ourselves from under the rule of what's the Lich's name that rules us?
The Duke?
Bob the Lich.
Well,
It's the Duke of Blackwater.
he's another Lich.
Mhm.
Oh, the Duke of Blackwater. Okay, yeah. So I say, sir, would you be willing to help us with our, seeing as how we've helped you, would you be willing to help us with our difficulty with the Duke of Blackwater? We'd like to break free of his oversight and become free men and freebooters to sail where we want to sail and work for who we want to work with.
What you ask for is a very, very difficult thing. I mean, as you could only imagine one Lich Lord to another, it would be seen as bad form for me to fur or bilk his property.
Yes, but
Is
we understand that, sir, but we were looking for your help, not for you to pull us from him. Your help and knowledge or any you know of that we can free ourselves from under his rule. Since you're so much greater than he is, it should be a simple matter for you to help us free ourselves from him, shouldn't it?
ooh, I like how you're being all tricksy. Give me either a persuasion or deception, your choice.
Okay. Persuasion.
Persuasion if you're being flattering, which it sounds like you are. Deception if you're kind of lying, which it also sounds like you are.
Nice.
As you guys have this like 2-minute conversation where your flattery and shit talkery is gold.
See, all those ones and twos earlier, they led up to this 24. Nice. Natural 20 with a 4. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
As he likes this idea. The idea of fucking over another Lich Lord is, of course, Saturday night for the Lich Lords.
Uh-huh.
As he says, so I have to ask, since you had no problem killing a cleric, have you heard of the one in Blackwater known as the Black Confessor?
I turn to my captain. Captain, do you have knowledge of this?
And each of you can give me a history check if you want to see if you know anything about him. As soon as he mentions the Black Confessor, it's from your hometown. Each of you guys can give me a history check. See what you got.
I remain silent and aloof.
The captain's
one
like,
is-
it happens on land. I don't care.
Which one is the history check? I don't have that
It's
in
the
my
one
system.
called History in the Skills.
Okay, I don't have it. It's not in here.
Yeah, it's
on
under.
your sheet.
It's
Oh, there
under
it is.
deception.
Alphabetical.
I found it. I
I know
found it.
nothing.
Nice.
And the
Sweetum.
group was counting on Sweetums for this. That's why you were the last to roll. As
That's a
Bone
-1 on that too, guys. Oh.
Yeah.
You were saving yourself. That's all.
So
Yeah.
I can totally tell Bone Tibia that you do know the Black Confessor is apparently a hulking, blighted Jokin who basically walks around back in Blackwater preaching about the glorious Father, Master of us all. You know, he talks about the Dragon Father, blah blah blah, and you know, you don't know if he's a cleric or anything, but he basically walks around with a goon squad
Yeah.
that he sicks on people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sweetums, who apparently listens way too much, knows that the Black Confessor have been a true cleric of Taruk, you know, the dragon god, dragon father.
Mhm.
And basically he's known to beat anyone who blasphemes against Lord Taruk, your dragon god king who belches toxic waste basically. And this guy, the Black Confessor, has his people of higher rank than what he should be, even though he's not really acknowledged in the military or anything. He's beaten generals for blasphemy. So
So
dude's a total religious zealot.
So I look at, like, I know of this Black Confessor, but what is he to you? What has he done to wrong you?
Well, as you know that, you do know that most gangs back in Blackwater, which is probably why you know this, yuck yuck, have been known to sick him on rivals, turning him into a cheap and unstable assassin. So if there's somebody you want to bump off, use him basically. And he looks and says, nothing, just idle thoughts. I mean, if I was looking to cut my chains, the first thing I would do would be to use someone such as the Black Confessor to keep my Hound Master at bay, while you deal with the Lich Lord himself.
Okay.
So you're saying dispose of the Confessor?
No, he's saying you use
No.
the Black Confessor basically against the Lich Lord or whoever the
Oh,
Lich Lord is against us.
Yes, or the Lich Lord's muscle.
Yes.
oh, I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just sorry.
Okay, I see.
You're new to intrigue. Don't worry about
No, thank you.
it.
I missed. So
Some of us do more often.
is there any other advice you could give us?
It depends. What exactly are you looking for? He's wanting you to say it. He is so excited at this prospect, natural 20. He wants you to say the words.
We want to break free of that Lich Lord and be our own crew and waters on our own missions and not be under his heel all the time. Not be under anyone's heel.
There is a price to freedom, and usually the price is also seen as a curse. I mean, if one was free of the ownership protection, any and all parties could claim a grievance upon them. Are you sure that's what you want and not the protection of another powerful figure? And he takes a pose and his hand is outstretched and he does this gesture like moi without saying it. If you release yourself of the mantle of a Lich Lord, old grievances could come back and try to settle scores with you.
Say yes. I can't whisper to you because
It
we are
depends
right.
on if they were okay. Can telepathically speak to me. I can't speak.
Yeah.
Your rogue cannot telepathically speak.
No, but I
He
can
can
say
speak to me.
we can use a patron.
Oh no, I know. Would there be any strings attached to this deal, my lord?
Of course.
Always strings.
Ah,
We're just
strings,
so
these violent delights. Strings connect all of us, whether it's a boon, a line of coin credits, or even a supply chain of ships that need support from each other from time to time.
Mhm. We would be more than happy to help you out with uh, a job here and there, a quest to help your city and your whatever this is. Is this a city or is this
It's
a
a city, yeah. It's a
okay?
city harbor.
To help your city grow in power, so you grow in power, sir. But we would also like to be able to do as we please, so to speak, within reason.
So what I'm hearing is you would like to not be members of the Black Fleet, but to be privateers under contract.
Exactly.
Yeah. And by the way, off, metagaming here. Ryan is in the call. He can hear us.
Okay, cool.
I was just waiting. I didn't want to interrupt.
Shocker.
So yes, I think that would be a wonderful deal, sir. Do you have any advice on how else to proceed with this after we get the Baron on our side?
Well, you mean the Black Confessor?
The Black
Yeah.
Confessor. I'm sorry.
I thought the Baron was already
Hmm.
on your side.
No, we're under his heel, and we want out from under his heel.
Every Lich Lord at one brother in their life or unlife had a heel put across their throats. I understand what you're talking about. So first, I would work to undermine your Duke's power base if you can. Make him too busy working on other projects to notice you. Now the question is, how permanently are you wishing to remove his boot from your throat?
We want to be free to go where we want, when we want.
But, and he turns around and his one glaring eye, the flame shrinks down to like a little laser beam of green flame with his insidious look. He says, how permanently? And you totally know he's implying, are you willing to commit to killing your Lich Lord? He is saying it in pretty much no uncertain terms.
If we had the power and we
Yeah.
could get away with it without getting ourselves killed, yes.
So that is what you seek, is the power to free yourself.
In a word, yes.
And he makes this little insidious smirk. His teeth just gleam with the flame, highlighting around them, and says, I appreciate your need for freedom, especially after you assisted me. And he totally looks at the body and reaches into a little compartment and pulls a rib open, which is actually a secret compartment. Two little green cracked little things fall into his hands. You can't quite see at first because the glow of his internal evil Ikari engine does its thing. As he holds his hand out to drop something to you, basically into your hand. You put your hands out. Do you cup your hands since his hand is huge
Yes.
compared to yours? And he opens his hands and a pair of green stained bone dice drop into your hands.
Nice.
It looks like they may have been whalebone or something else, but they've been stained greenish by exposure to something, probably a Lich Lord, the ooey gooey green stuff he's around, that have tiny scenes scrimshot on each face of it. So it could be like a scene of a boat, a scene of waves, that classic Japanese wave picture, a scene of a palm tree. And he says, hold on to those. Keep
Thank,
them safe on your ship.
thank you, my lord. I do
And
appreciate it.
and what are you willing to do for how far will you go for this freedom?
What are you suggesting, sir?
Are you willing to commit treason to the Empire to kill your lord?
I don't think we want to make the whole of the Empire our enemy. We just want to be free of him and his rule, to be able to go and do what we want. And we would be more than happy to have you as our, what was the word, guys?
Patron?
Patron.
Patron. Yes, you as our patron.
Patreon. Excuse Subscribe now. Sorry.
That's okay. Nice.
As he is very interested in this and says, I will think on this further, but until then, and he literally just glares at his steward that's over there hobnobbing with the people, and it takes a second for the green glow to like grow like a shadow over there. The guy notices and comes running over and says, yes, my lord. He says, let it be known by all who serve me that these fine gentlemen of the, and he pauses, waiting for the name of your ship.
The what is it called? The Revenant's Revenge, sir.
Of the Revenant's Revenge are my guests in Hell's Hook, and they are to be afforded all courtesy while here for the deeds they have done for the city. They have saved one of my necrotite foundries. I want
Definitely
you
did.
to send 3 messengers across town to make sure that my men know not to hassle the Revenant's Revenge, as he says it, kind of feeling out the name, and almost a question,
Yes.
The friendship crew, yes.
to make sure that no one harasses them. Station some thralls around their ship to ensure its security. Perhaps a thrall or two under the ship to make sure no one pesters them.
Thank you, my lord. I don't know if that's necessary, but I do appreciate your assistance. If it's all right with you, we're going to get going. We have. Go ahead.
Don't forget to get paid. I'm just gonna.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I'm sorry. There is the matter. There. I'm sorry. There is our payment for the job we did, my lord. If you don't mind me saying.
As he totally looks back at the steward, and the steward says, yes, my lord. They were just retrofitting of their ship in the harbor, if they would like, I believe. And he totally looks up at you, Captain, to make sure that was the agreed upon agreement.
I believe it was, yes. So I will nod.
I thought there was something about
Reward.
so many pounds of
Yeah,
Yeah,
200 pounds of
necrotite.
necrotite.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I knew there was like a monetary thing. It was the
the retrofitting I think was for returning the Cirrus. I think this was 200 pounds of necrotite, and whatever is left in the war chest of the mine.
Oh, and the steward immediately like shirks back, and you totally, even without an insight check, get the idea he was trying to buy you off with ship stuff rather than hard cash.
Yeah.
And did you guys take the lockbox from the mines?
No.
I don't believe you guys did.
Nope.
No, but they don't have to know that.
We
Okay.
could head back down there. They like us.
But you're implying
Well,
that you've already taken the cash and taken it back to your boat, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Then you just need a delivery of ore, is what I'm hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, if you could send it to the
What
ship,
is
we
that
would
sound
be
in the
most
background?
appreciative. I don't know. I think is that Will or
I don't think
somebody's?
it's me.
Someone's
Yes, I think it
making
was me. I was
safety.
trying to get something untangled.
See, here I was
Sounds like
thinking
you're.
it's dinner sounds.
Yeah, I was thinking pots and pans.
It was it's actually a flask.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. I've been hearing something about that all game, and I'm kind of like, huh, that's getting kind of loud. I should mention it.
It was getting
Yeah.
perpetually louder.
Yeah.
Well,
As
sir, if you could have that delivered to our ship, we would be appreciative.
excellent. I should have it delivered by at least what 2-3 days. Allow you to enjoy the splendors of my harbor.
We do need to get back to our Lich Lord and finish the job that he sent us on. Turn in the things that he needed. So we really do need to get going soon. Is there any way you could deliver it a little earlier? I know you have several other mines in the city.
As you totally you push, and he has the long pause, and as eventually he's just like, yes, I'm sure we could tell some of our thralls to double time it and get you your items early. Are you to leave the harbor? Is that what you're saying?
We're in a hurry to get the uh, um, to get back to our liege lord so he doesn't think something's up. We're trying to make sure that we don't alert him to our ulterior motives.
Hmm. I can definitely understand that. So if you would like to head to your ship, I can make sure we can speed up the provisions. But just remember, if you're going to find a way to kill a lich, make sure you finish the job and don't just wound them.
Yeah.
I could entertain you for many hours on the stories of how many people have tried to undermine my authority.
Your authority. Sorry.
What when we finish killing him, should we burn the body and cover it with salt or scatter the ashes? Something of that nature?
And when you say that, he totally puts up a finger to make sure that you're not saying that in front of his steward. He's giving you the
Okay.
mom shush finger, and says, "Return at midnight to my humble abode, and we can discuss that privately."
I would be more than happy to.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we turn around, uh, um, head out since
And as
we are
soon as you guys
excused.
start going, he immediately says, one moment, Revenant's Revenge crew. Can you please dispose of this?" And he points to the corpse at his feet.
Yes.
Oh yes, sir.
You
Go
can
ahead.
take it down to the meat market if you need some coin.
Sure. We can do that.
I
There's nothing.
turn to Oregon Ramsey and ask him to hold the body and carry it back with us.
Very good, sir.
Poor Oregon has been wanting to get rid of that thing. It stinks.
Or now he'll just finish eating off of it. That's all.
Yeah.
So as you guys walk through the venerated guests that are here, do you guys say anything? Do anything?
Venerated guest. What guests? Like his entourage?
The entourage that
No.
he came with?
Yes.
Can I
Yeah.
roll a perception check to see, like, if I notice anything specific about them?
Sure. They seem really well dressed. With your 15, you do notice that there's an interesting array of species here. It's not just humans or undead. There's a couple dwarves. There's an Ixion elf, the pale snow country type of ones. There's a very large human with a big black mustache that screams a human of the up north. Basically the Cossack looking guys. Very, very particular folks you would not expect to see this far south.
Can I roll an intimidate check to give the impression that we are clearly a badass crew that should not be fucked with, but by the same token, if you could hire them or get them on your side, it would be beneficial.
Ooh, I would give you advantage with that since you actually were schmoozing and talking with the Lich Lord. He did the whole ha 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 pose, and they're like, "Oh, dude, these dudes must know the Lich Lord pretty close. These guys are ballers."
Yeah, we've kissed him on the mouth. No, wait.
As immediately with that 24, everybody's like, "You guys must be serious shit," and you totally hear one of the dwarves talking to the other that we need in the waters down south here. We need crew like what did they say their ship was named? And the other guy goes, Rev's Revenge. And you guys totally hear them say the Rev's Revenge incorrectly. Cap,
I
are you gonna?
speak up. Revenant's revenge, sir.
Well, I was gonna have the Cap with that
Oh,
intimidation
go
there,
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
as you're super scary looking.
Yeah,
He is.
get right up in the face. Revenant revenge.
Oh my! See, we need to pay a crew like that for our business. And he looks and says, "Brother, we should investigate more about this Revenant's revenge. I wonder which one of the ships they are at the harbor."
Uh, what pier are we on?
The main pier.
Oh,
Tier 21.
yeah.
Oh, wait. That's a
That's
shot.
just wrong.
Oh. uh,
Sorry, don't ask me for answers. I give the wrong one like 30% of the time.
I will say, just the pier and the dock.
Or just you can tell him, ask the harbor master.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just say harbor master.
There's totally a
he
guy
likes
whose
spooky
whole
boat.
job is to point the way to people looking for your boat.
Well, and he likes us because he got that pipe from us.
He did get the cool pipe.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
blowing shapes and smoke nonstop.
Yep. We schmoozed him really well and bribed him, so he likes us anyway. So he'll direct
Yeah.
anybody that wants to see
Yeah.
us.
So, harbor master.
As they're like, immediately they're like talking, and one's like, "No, it's a bad idea," and the other one's like, "It's a great idea." we could
Okay.
always tempt the waters to see how good a business they could provide.
I think on that note, we should turn and just walk away, and they can come to us if they need something.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys head down the big long walk. Is there any shopping specifically you want to stop at?
I'd like to go pick up what is the character's name? I forget names. Glyph. and head down into the mine with anyone else who wants to join me, and get that chest, the war
Now,
chest.
you did leave the war chest for the refugee.
We did.
You did.
Oh, I didn't realize
You
that.
walked off without the
Okay, never.
chest, which means the refugees are like, ha! The war chest is now going to help establish you when you get picked up for Revenant's revenge in another country.
Okay. Well,
See what
shit.
happens when
Well,
you're the good guys.
yeah. Okay.
Well,
So
the less evil guys, thank you very much.
yeah. Okay. So we just head back. I head back to the ship. I don't need anything. I've already armored up. I do have some gold left over if anybody needs it. For supplies or whatever.
Prefer.
But
I like how you pirates sharing from each other's purses.
well, yeah, I am.
We're a
Our,
crew.
as long as the crew stays alive, I stay alive. Or unlife, that is.
Yeah.
It's a group
Exactly.
effort.
But I don't think I don't need to buy her jewelry anymore.
Yeah.
You have spent a pretty coin on your little songbird.
Yeah. Hopefully she was worth it. We'll see. I mean, she's done good for us so far. She helped out with this feller. We still need to do something about a sale and then betraying our maker.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we should go turn in the quest we did for him, so he doesn't suspect anything, and then go see if nothing else comes up. Black, whatever guy. Go see the black guy.
Well, that's back at Blackwater. That's back at your home port.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We need to go to our home port and turn in the quest. We have the fake body from the girl of the Cirrus.
See, the problem is, my worry is that as soon as we turn that body in, that's when the time clock starts ticking because it's going to reanimate her and the egg will be up shortly after that.
Well, okay, how long do we have before he starts suspecting something to get back there? Because we've been gone for a long time.
Oh, he did not give us a time limit per se.
Really?
Yep, because he didn't know how long the mission would take you guys, whether it's 3 weeks or 3 months.
Yeah, so we do have
okay.
leeway.
Okay.
So we get this screen swipe as you guys get back to the boat. A little while later, a necromancer shows up and he barks some orders to some thralls that all stand guard with their spears near your boat. All jinky undead corpse guards with an intel of 8. So they basically are not allowing anyone to attack anyone on this boat.
Yes.
And the necromancer, introduces himself that the great Lich Lord, and he points towards the palace, has requested I station some thralls to protect the ship in case of any trespass.
Yes.
If they do attack any of your crew, just identify them as your crew, and the thralls will stand down as long as they don't fight back. And then he's like,
No, go ahead.
you, and he points to 2 other thralls in the water, and the thralls just like walk right off the pier, and sploosh, without like diving, they just like walk, not caring about the fall. They shall protect your underwater section of the boat. Wouldn't want someone coming by with a necrotech drill and screwing your hole, right?
Can I do... Was that a threat?
It may have been a subtle threat. Would you like to do an insight check?
I would love to.
solid 16. There was definitely a veiled threat. Like maybe he's looking for some extra coin or something. Everybody's shady. Everybody shakes down somebody.
Can I intimidate the fucker?
You totally could. Is the captain
mean-
going to assist?
I'm 6'10".
Yeah.
I've got a strength of 18. I'm a giant undead troll. I think I can handle it. I hope.
Okay. Okay. I mean, if you would have taken the captain stuff, you would have had a dirty 21. You intimidate him with your mighty 11, and it doesn't seem to be enough to really cow him, as he's just like,
All right.
no need for threats, friend. No need for threats. You, Captain, you can call off your attack dog. He's
No.
very scary. Very, very scary.
Damn it! Don't like that.
It's okay. I made one just like him last week.
He did take
Can I-
out. Oh, go ahead.
Can I tear his head off, please, Captain? Please,
Sadly,
Let me tear
no.
just let me tear his head off, Captain. I'm saying this out loud in front of him.
Yeah.
I can do it. I could do it in one swipe. I could tear his head
And
off.
as
Trust
you
me.
say, it shows, he is good. Dog must ask for permission. You've trained him well, Captain.
Okay, so I'm gonna say out now. Sweetums. Crap. We can't do another one. We just got in the good graces of his employer. Killing this one unauthorized won't help our reputation, but we'll keep an eye on him.
I'm gonna ask the Lich Lord when we see him at midnight tonight if maybe I could take him into the arena and teach him a lesson.
Could I roll intimidation?
You could roll an intimidation.
Thank you. Oh crap! I'm not intimidating either.
As he just laughs and says, knowing the Lich Lord, he would let you take me in the arena, but he would make it a sporting fair fight, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so he'd handicap me so I didn't kill you right away?
You think you could kill me? Interesting. Very
No.
cute.
I
Very
think
cute.
I could hurt you real bad.
Okay, enough posturing. We all work together. We all work together. We all are badasses. We can all stand down and stop putting on
All right.
display for the rest of the docs.
I turn around and walk away from him, just completely dismissing him.
Ooh.
A little wave of my
Okay.
hand as I walk away, like, pfft.
Captain, this one is moody. Are you sure you don't want a replacement? I could cook one up for you if you give me 5 nights.
He is the best first mate I've had. Just having an off day. And trust me,
great day.
in the arena, I would not bet against him.
I tricked a Lich Lord. I tricked a Lich Lord into believing my lies.
I know, but I just want to get rid of this guy.
His ass. Yeah,
But
I know.
see, the problem is no one would believe that the Lich Lord and you are besties.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes you the best friend material, because no one would believe it. Obviously, you're there to be his genuine ally and not just use him. Like all the
I really want to go hit something with my newfound skills and weapon I bought. Can we do a little side mission that we get to kill something? I don't care what it is.
Well, the dwarves may need some muscle.
It totally sounded like they would be interested in hiring a ship there.
All right, let's wait for the dwarf. Let's hope the dwarves show up real soon.
Okay. So a few hours pass, you hear the bells, the tides come in, the tides go out, the sun starts to get low in the distance, so the green glow everywhere is brighter. Smokes are glowing green, gray smoke. As who is on watch? Right? Anyone in particular or just one of the thralls?
I think bone tibia.
It would probably also be me because I'm not anywhere near you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
we're back at the
This
ship.
is
We're at the
hours
ship.
later. You're all back at the
Yeah.
ship.
Oh,
But you
well,
can
never
be
mind.
on watch, totally.
Why not?
Absolutely. Do it.
As you
Send
got two intimidating thralls at the gangplank where your boat's there, and they're just like, anytime someone gets close, they totally put their spears ready and point their spears at whoever comes walking up. Then they go back to at stance, holding onto the shafts of their spears,
Yeah,
and
I think
they do this like clockwork.
I think a giant undead ogre should definitely be monitoring situation. That's good. He can knock things around if he needs to.
So who's gonna roll me perception?
My turn.
If
That's
you're
my
up at
skill.
the nest, you got advantage.
Right. Come on, sheet. God damn it.
As you guys hear Bone Tibia cussing up there when he's practicing his stitching on a banana.
Yeah. Come on.
Practice makes perfect.
Well, if
Darn it.
Glith is on watch, right? Couldn't they do a perception check too?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have something that's open and it's not letting me get the other sheet open.
My perception is terrible. You really want me to do this?
Try it.
I mean, we're gonna have two people, so do it.
Finally.
What's
Sorry,
the worst that happens? You get a natural one and you distract Bone Tibia.
So do I click on the perception?
Yeah,
thing?
Skill, yep.
the word perception. Yep.
At least you weren't totally distracting with that 6. Hey, Bone Tibia, look down here. I found the crab. He's walking around the deck. Isn't that cute?
I rolled a 2 earlier, Ryan. It's okay.
Yeah, no. That was not
No,
the
my
best
interim
idea.
base is also a 3 and a 2, so that was.
Everybody's cashing on at least.
Yeah.
So, Bone Tibia, up at the crow's nest, you totally see those 2 dwarves come walking down the. You see at the up at the harbor master's shop, they get pointed in your general direction, and then they start coming, and they definitely seem to be having an argument between themselves. Until finally they come walking up to your gangplank here, and immediately the thralls totally put spear tips on them, and they're just like, "Whoa! Hands up, we surrender."
Alright. I guess I'm going to call down to someone. We have guests, folks.
So who would most
Swing
likely
down there and
respond to
say
that?
hello to I.
Who do we have here?
All of you are on the boat, unless
Yep.
someone took means to go somewhere else.
Um, I didn't hear that.
Saying the noise in the background was getting noisy again.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I didn't hear it. And if someone should go down and let him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the person on watch should let him in because
Yeah, I'll let
they're
him
right
in.
there with.
As all of a
those,
sudden they're
2
like,
guards
"You should
aside.
let them in. You're on watch," and you're like, "Oh, I was on watch."
Well, I did say something, and then no one heard anything, so I was like, "What's happening here?"
Sorry.
No, you're good. So do we have like a gerbil skittering in the background? Is that
I
what's
thought it
happening?
was a
My dog.
dryer.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
It's Oregon Ramsey fiddling with something.
it's
It's
crabsies.
the crab.
Mm.
Oh, ow. Sorry about that.
That was
probably
audible all the way down.
loud.
8.
So you go out there, and the 2 dwarves, They totally look up at you as you walk in the gangplank, and they're like, we would like to hire this ship. This is a beautiful ship. It's not dwarven, but it's beautiful nonetheless. You hardly have any rotten planks on it. It's nice. It's like it's just been made.
What's the job you're trying to hire us for?
It would be to take a little cargo and less than a handful of passengers back to the mainland.
I think we might want to get our captain involved in this.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not really at liberty to decide for an entire crew of someone who just was like, hey, I'm here now.
Who should we speak with? Do you have a captain, or?
Yes, we do.
Or do we have to go back up to the Lich Lord's place?
No, the captain will be able to say yay or nay.
Why don't you escort to the captain's cabin? Where he is.
Does it have salt there still, or can we pass by?
The assault only affects him, not us.
Yeah.
Aren't we undead? Doesn't salt still?
It's only
Nope.
spirits.
Yeah.
It's his specific weakness. Not all spirits have an issue with it. It's just, unfortunately, his weird supernatural type has a problem with it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, right this way, gentlemen.
As they go, this is a fine boat. As the one guy stomps on it, and the other guy's like, knock it off. He's like,
I would not
no.
advise messing with the boat. You might get eaten by the crab.
And they're like, they look at each other and they're like, I've never thought of it life that way. Does your ship have crabs?
No, we have one pet crab. He's quite big. He's bigger than me.
As they just give this interested look, and if one was to book passage, is the crab on the menu?
No, it is off the menu. It is our friend. It's our little boat protector.
Our mascot.
Okay. We had some giant crab once back on the, and it was served with a bovine delicacy called butter, and this butter is delicious.
So we don't have any delicacies. All we've got is hardtack and hardtack.
So you're telling me we would have to bring provisions to have your cook for us?
Yes, I believe so.
I don't know. You'd have to talk to the cook and find out what he's got, because he prepares food for the 4 living crew members we
We're
have.
trying to have them bring more stuff, better things that we don't have to prepare.
Okay. That's a good point. Go ahead, yeah.
I mean, seeing as the crew are used to eating gray, that's both its name and its color.
It's my specialty.
We can only hope something fresh has been added to today's gray.
Yeah.
Who knew even an undead can chip a tooth?
This hardtack
So,
is made especially hard.
So they totally wait for the captain to be available to see them. Do you have your lady friend hide herself?
Yes. No.
Better to have her in the open now, like she's a part of the crew, and they wouldn't think twice about it, because if they find her on the travels, if they're going to hire us, and they have other people on the boat.
Yeah, I was thinking about something else, but she can be part of the crew totally. I mean, she. No, I won't hide her, but she will look more like a pirate than a prophetess.
Ooh, she totally loves that idea. When you say you got company on the ship, make yourself look like a pirate. Totally goes through the captain's steamer chest of clothes that the captain has never worn because, well, they came with the boat. And she totally does that trick where you can take a bunch of dudes' clothes and with a few interesting tights and twists and turns, turn dudes' clothes into some really sexy outfits. stuff the boots with handkerchiefs that stick out just enough to make it extra flirty. As she says, "Ta-da! How is this?" And she's done an excellent job disguising herself as a typical pirate wench.
Does our DM do a lot of cosplaying?
Sometimes too much cosplay.
He's the
That's cool. I
handsomest
like that.
wench on the sea.
With horns. But then again, it is the Nightmare Empire. These Satrixes are all over the place, and you know them as horrible warrior women or witches. There's quite a few Satrix, pirates out there, so she blends in.
Yeah.
Okay, let him in, because that way I'll be the creepy, scary bad cop. You can be the desirable good cop. Or
Okay, she immediately goes over to your wine and liquor cabinet that you've rarely, if ever, touched, and starts popping out with the brandy and the glasses. She totally pours one for you just out of habit.
put it there for now.
And she totally. Are you sitting at the table?
Yes, yeah.
As soon as you sit at the table, she dutifully stands behind you and puts one hand on the chair, and the other hand would have been like on your shoulder if you weren't incorporeal. As the two dwarves look at each other, and they're just like quite impressed in the setup you have in here. They nod very appreciatively. So, Mr. Spirit, sir, you are the Capt?
Yes. I am the captain. I am the Terran the Tempest, the captain of the Revenant's Revenge. How may I help you, gentlemen?
Ah, Captain Tempest. We are looking to see about chartering your beautiful vessel. Would that be something that one could do? Or would we
Okay.
have to ask for permission of some other patron? Stockholders, perhaps?
Well, everyone on the sea is beholden to somebody else, but I do have some freedoms. In my brain, I'm going to ask. Why can't I remember her name? I'm going to ask the lady to use her special skills to figure out their.
Ooh. The sense of motives.
Yeah.
Okay. And she just, decides to, after she just, tops off all the drinks and says, "Well, if you gentlemen wouldn't mind, I'm going to busy myself with some playing cards." And she ever so slyly goes over to one of the tables where there's a teapot, and she proceeds to pour herself a glass of tea and starts shuffling the poker cards and doing her stuff in the background while you boys are talking business.
Half the crew won't play with her anymore. She is so good at poker.
That was funny.
So, what is it you want to be hiring in specifics?
Well, you see, we of course are two tradesmen. We would like to conduct business down here in the south, away from the competition of our kinfolk in regard to dwarven manufacturing. We do make some of the best firearms that you can find. Unfortunately, in the north, with the empires that they are, the markets are a little tighter. I know the Nectech folks do their nasty little belching guns and things like that, but we wish to monopolize on the less known dwarven market down to the south, and perhaps bring in some heavier caliber items.
I'm not there, but Can I make a suggestion? I don't know. That's
Sure.
metagaming? Never mind.
It's totally metagaming, but you can totally do
can-
it.
But
It's
yeah,
late.
No, it's not. That's not. Can I show
it's
up
tradition.
as
Yeah,
the mate for the meeting and just come in the room right as they're talking?
absolutely.
As
Yeah.
long as your captain doesn't mind.
Okay.
No, I mean, you're my first mate. Of course you can.
Good evening, Captain. What's going on today?
We've got a couple of gentlemen come to request a charter.
Oh, interesting. And what are we transporting?
We were just getting down to that. These are weapons merchants.
Ooh, we like weapons. Weapons are wonderful. I wonder if we could work in a deal as part of our payment for the transport for some upgraded weapons for the crew and the ship.
Oh, we prefer trade. Our favorite form of currency. Coin of the kingdoms, you can always be influenced by the kingdoms, but barter is barter.
That sounds wonderful.
And they both kind of open their little traveling robes, and you notice they've got like 5 or 6 firearms strapped to their chest that look like bulky body parts, but actually is different firearms. And you see there's got a little spring-loaded, some kind of single barrel dealio on his wrist. And they pull a few of their firearms off to show them off to you guys, and totally show you their logo branded on the barrel. And he says, "So, Captain, one thing that we would like to do is to see if we could charter your vessel. We do need to head to Garlgast Island. Have you heard of it?"
Have I
is-
heard of it?
Is that the
It's-
island that we were at earlier?
No, it's totally
okay.
it's totally to the north of Blackwater.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
in some area called Windwatcher's Passage.
Okay. Yeah,
We
that is. Go ahead.
we would like to see about requesting passage on your ship, traveling under a ship of the Black Fleet. That would definitely give us protection from both the Empire, the Empire, as well as anyone foolish enough to challenge a vessel showing the flag of the Black Fleet, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes.
And how did you make it this far?
We used coin and wit to hire talented people to do the right job at the right time, and I hope to continue that streak.
I have a highly talented crew. And let's be upfront. What dangers are you expecting outside of the Empire and pirates?
Ooh. As they both get kind of shifty for a second there. As the one brother says, "Let me first explain a little more. So, over at Garlgash Island, we have a captain with one of our barges. It's nothing as sturdy or as swift as this one, but she has a nice hull full of supplies and firearms. We would like to request you to charter back to Garlgast Island and then escort the ship. She is called the Sallow Duckling. Ugly ship. Ugly ship.
What a
Sticks
great
low in
name.
the water, flat deck. We're not sure what its origin is, but someone said it was a barge that's seaworthy, so they made it so it could fill its hull and maybe still floats. Unfortunately, it was docked in the bay there after a bad storm, and we were forced to use one of the runabouts to get this far until we were able to purchase transportation. We would like to travel down to Garogast Islands, and then proceed to see if you would escort the barge back here.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
we would trust you, Captain, because the route is very long, very treacherous, as we were told. And it would totally be up to you, Captain, of which route we would take, because I believe beyond doubt that you would know the safest way around the Scharde Islands and Skell itself.
Well, a trip like this, I'm sorry to cut in, sir, gentlemen,
No.
but a trip like this would be extremely expensive. Only a ship like ours that has the protection of the Blackwater Duke and the Hellhook Lip could do something like this. We have protection from both right now, and so we are uniquely positioned to take on a mission like this. But you would not find any other ships out here that are both in good with both Lich Lords at the same time.
Interesting. So you are in good with the Lich Lords.
We are, and that would make this a very expensive trip.
Unfortunately, we may have priced ourselves out of a ride, maybe. And they look at each other, and you can totally see they're contemplating by how much you're meaning by that.
Gentlemen.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, gold and trade would be welcome, helping us increase our armory, both with the crew and ship cannons, as well as things, would go a long way for payment.
They kind of nod towards each other, and the one rolls up his sleeves and says, "Well, then, be out with it. What kind of numbers are?"
How many cannons do we have currently? Or
Oh, well,
I can look.
I think
yeah.
you have 6 total. You've added 2 to your complement, I believe.
That sounds.
Okay, so
I think
we have 6 12-pound cannons.
yes.
And how many can this ship take total? I think it can take 8, correct?
Yeah, you've currently got 8 on board. Actually, that's the wrong boat. That's the other boat you dealt with. That's not your boat. Let's go to your
Our
boat.
clipper ship says armor class 4, 12-pound cannons 6.
Yep, you got
Yeah.
6 of the bad boys.
And we can take 8 for a clipper ship, correct?
You can, unless you want to replace them with something bigger.
Yeah, upgrades. Go for the
I
upgrades.
mean,
Sure. Well, having 8 cannons would be better than, unless they can upgrade all of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Or 2, maybe 2 more cannons that are of higher pound level. So that gives 6 12-pound cannons and maybe 2 18-pound cannons. I don't know what the sizes are, you know.
well, there's also more than just
but one-
cannons, too.
Yeah. Alchemist fire.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
Special
What's that?
ammunition. Basically, fire ammunition.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we give these guys a deal, some gold, to cover costs and everything, but definitely upgrading maybe the firearms within the crew. I know that I have my bile cannon. I'd love to see it upgraded, and
I'd love to have a new
I
one.
don't think your biocannon has a upgrade to that. That's like the best.
okay.
You don't
Well,
want to, and they can't do anything to your biocannon because it's just standard dwarf arms. It's not anything
Okay.
ooky.
What about Organ Ramsey and our
Glyph?
Ogren Glyph? Glyph has the ogre gun, whatever it's called, a cannon or whatever. And Will had a
I suppose they have
we-
some sort of advanced
Yeah.
crossbow.
No,
Yeah. Upgrade the crossbow too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
if it's standard firearms, they could do it. If it's standard cannons, you're pretty sure from their boasting they can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. I'm going to be leaving the negotiation to my first mate, but see this. We are you get this far by spending your gold wisely and using your wits to hire the most qualified people. And I assure you, this crew is the most high. We are currently in good graces with the entirety of the Black Fleet. That might be hyperbole, but I don't say that. The entirety of the Black Fleet, and we are currently on a mission which we will have to divert from, which we are willing to do, but you have to understand that will increase the cost, which you can work out with my first mate here. I just want to throw a persuasion to get them willing to deal with us.
Oh, so
No,
you're wanting to
that's
hit
wonderful.
Blackwater on the way? I mean, technically it is on the way.
No, he said we were diverting from that mission
Yeah.
to help the dwarves. And so that's why it would cost more, because we would have
Yeah.
to be changing our current plans to help. We're going out of our way to help the dwarves.
Okay,
Yeah.
so helping before finishing the mission. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Captain, you have navigation kit, right? Proficiency in it?
Yes. Oh,
Did you
water
want...
vehicles.
Oh, who do we have that has navigation?
No, the captain has navigation. I have water vehicles. And he has water vehicles. I know the captain has navigation because he used it before.
I mean, technically everybody has it, but I think he's got the proficiency.
Yeah.
Roll
Yeah.
me your navigation kit so I can give you some details on said trip.
Excuse me.
Bless
Bless you.
Bless you. The thing is, I don't. I think I just have rolled a stat because I don't have navigation.
I think
know.
maybe Kevin is the one.
That could be.
Go
If
ahead
somebody,
and give me an intel or some roll, like a saving throw. That'll give it. Just matter.
oh, just a saving or
You can give me a wisdom or an intelligence saving throw.
okay.
Give me 12 or better. Jesus Christ, natural 20, apparently. You've made this trip before, literally from where you are at Hell's Hook,
Mhm.
Yeah.
across you're basically going through the whole stretch of the Scharde Isles. It's going to be like a 4,000-mile trip. If your boat's going full speed, that trip will take you 29 days one way. And that's if nothing bad happens. So now that you know that, what are we telling them the cost is going to be?
So how long will it take us to get from where we are to there? And you said 29 days back,
29
right?
days if you go full tilt.
Okay,
West
29
wind-
days
wind
round
is with
trip,
So
29 days one way.
one
So
way,
2 months trip.
and
So
the
that's
trip back
quite-
is going to be slower
Because
because
it's going to be slower
Mm.
because the ship that you're escorting is not as quick as yours.
Yeah.
Bless you.
This is
No,
going to
guys,
be
expensive.
expensive.
Kill these guys and steal their ship once we get there.
I mean,
Carry quite so much stuff.
We are pirates, but it would be
Is killing people and stealing stuff off the table?
No,
not necessarily.
I said we are pirates. That's
Yes.
definitely.
I'm not in the room, so I'm not negotiating.
Okay, so this is be
Oh.
highly expensive, lads. You're talking a minimum 2 months of our time. You're talking terror on the ship. You're talking the skills of my crew. You providing your own food because most of my crew doesn't eat, but we will cook it for you.
Yeah.
And plus danger, so there's going to be a base fee with a bonus to be determined by mutual agreement upon completion.
Also, as well, any added battles that come up along the way, going to increase the danger to our crew and our ship. So there should be a carve out for added cost for damages and loss of life and things like that.
Well,
That
you've
happen.
already established that with your crew we should have no confrontation whatsoever. No one will be fighting for us. It would be, if any battles would happen, it would happen because of possible ineptitude of your crew.
If anybody sees barge you've described to us, full loot, and wants to go against the Lich Lord, they will try and take it, and we will have to defend it. That's what you're paying us for. If it was just to take you over there and drop you off of the barge and let the barge wallow its way back here, that would be different. But you're paying us for the defense, not only our reputation, but our physical defense if somebody does attack for that loot.
Okay. So as you're throwing that justification out, the one brother whips out a piece of parchment and a ink set really quick. He doubles it and he scratches down a number and flips the parchment upside down after its dried and says, "We've written down a number. If you will accept that, then we will offer you that in trade or coin."
Let's see the number.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Okay,
I'm used.
Wait, we've been working, so whoever rolls it, can they have advantage?
They would have advantage if you're tag teaming. Yep.
Yeah, we have been.
Okay, yeah, we have.
So who's gonna roll it?
I mean, I've already said the
I've
first
got a
mate does the
+4.
negotiating. I've got a
Okay.
7.
You've got a +7 or a +4?
A +7.
Okay, then
That's why I've been wondering why you've been talking and not him.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had a +7. Roll it. We're working together here.
We are.
There's the advantage.
So 24. Dirty 24.
Damn.
And they slide the parchment to the captain, who, of course, at the moment is intangible. Would you like to go tangible to pick it up for extra creepy factor?
Sure.
And as you go tangible and you pick up the scroll, they kind of gasp that he's not just a specter all the time. He can take corporeal form. She's a lucky lady. As you flip her over, and on the parchment, it does say 58,000 crowns, coins, in trade or currency. And it says minimum 50% in trade.
That sounds really good.
And by the way,
higher?
that is fair value for a voyage of this.
I don't know, but the captain rolled a 24.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm going to say... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I mean, we could ask for more, couldn't we? I mean, 65?
What I would like to say is, well, okay, you can nod or shake your head. I'm going to say inside your head. This seems a fair cost, but we can add a codicil for bonus to be mutually agreed upon based on
danger encountered along the way.
Yeah, based on the journey and the performance.
I nod vigorously.
Okay. This is a pretty fair price you've given. Considering we are a specialized crew and we are taking time away from the Empire's business, and there's always there's always danger. Pirates are not all as smart as my crew, and they will take on stupid risks. And so I would like to have drawn into the contract a bonus at the that we will negotiate at the end of the journey based on dangers and the performance of my crew. The more satisfied you are, go ahead.
I would say a 10K bonus if we encounter more than one battle along the way.
Well, it's the Nightmare Empire. One battle is like Tuesday night. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's what I said. More than one, and that we get a K bonus.
I mean,
so
we're
2, 4, 10.
Now, be careful how you proposition that, because it could mean you go out of your way to look for fights too.
Right. I mean, that's why I want to say mutually negotiated. But yeah, we can say, ooh, well, yeah, no.
Okay, no, go ahead. It can be to be determined when we return successfully. How's that?
Yeah. Based on danger and performance.
Even though you rolled amazing, they won't agree on a mysterious bonus of undetermined price at a future date that we'll talk about, because that sounds like extortion. They will tell you if the cargo makes it back intact, and you can bring it back within 40 days, which gives you like 10 days extra, you know.
Oh, 40 days from when we get to that ship.
Yep, 40 days from when you get to the ship. So it gives you 10 days, basically 11 days extra to bring it back. As long as the cargo is intact, they will give you an 8,000 crown bonus.
There we go. That works. It still
and
says typing.
A contract for future business.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, they if you get them there and back, they will have no problem doing exactly that.
Well, because we may be outfitting an army, so yes, definitely a contract for future business. They don't need to know why.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Finish the negotiations, please. I'm going to get up from the crew, from the table, and kind of saunter over towards towards God, I need to write down her name. Yeah, the Cirrus, and let her tell me what she has found out.
As you come over there and you see she has a nice little dainty tea set up with her playing cards playing solitaire in a special bracketed form that doesn't look like solitaire. She slides a little piece of parchment that she has underneath a napkin, and it basically just says, "I believe they are greedy but honorable."
Okay.
Work with that.
I mean, everyone's greedy. I'll take it.
Yeah. We're greedy too.
Okay. I will.
So I asked them to put everything in writing, and that we, the captain and they and I sign it. So we have 4 signatures on there, so we know it's, binding.
And she also does, by the way, doodle on her score paper that no point should you let both the brothers off the ship at the same time.
Oh.
Because they might abscond.
I mean, starting now, obviously.
And then she doodles down once we get to the boat.
Okay. All this mentally transmitted so that I'm not the only brain that knows it.
Which totally makes you, basically keep a hostage at all times. It keeps everybody more honorable.
It does. And it's not like we haven't done that before. And usually we turn her to our side. So Bone Tibia, you're gonna have to work on your charm skills.
Okay. I hope you didn't yell that up to me, but
No.
I'm kidding.
Poor captain's like, we need to get some of those brass speaking tubes on the ship. Send one right up to the crow's nest.
Absolutely.
What about those instead of brass tubes, the like they have at the banks with the air?
Oh yeah, the pneumatic.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am sort of
vacuum.
Yeah, those would be cool.
spell instead of the hand one, but it's what life is. I like the message spell. It's just
As they totally ask when they should be ready for you to shove off.
When are we getting our necrotite? Because we got to deal with that first. We go.
Well, we're supposed to meet with the Lich Lord at midnight.
Oh right.
Oddly enough, the necrotite, while you're discussing with these guys, 2 wagon loads just showed up at the docks, and the thralls are totally pointing spears at them. They're good at following a single order.
We gotta let them on.
As soon as
Let
you
them on. Come on.
As soon as you say that, they go back to standard posture. And so, are you? Is Glyph going to be the first one out there?
I mean, I'm kind of already there, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yep. So you're walking off the boat, off the gangplank to the wagons.
And that's when the boat blows up.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That scares me that you just made me roll shit. After I make a joke, the boat is gonna blow up.
And the frogmen sappers, who are actually frog people, come swimming away from the bottom of the boat.
It was a 14.
So with your 14, you're looking at, there's 2 wagons. Both have, a undead rider, because of course necrotite, it's toxic shit.
Wait.
I'm sure
Why
you're
is it a 14? Shouldn't it be a 19?
It should totally be a 19.
Oh, is it? I don't know how to read any of this stuff.
I was gonna say, why would you have disadvantage?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I read the most left number, or the most right number to read.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's the first number, the 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
read
So-
from left to right.
Well, okay.
Unless
so
it's a manga.
19.
Or you're Jewish.
When you look at the 2 wagons that are there with the necrotite, you basically realize, oh great, they're bringing just a wagon full of necrotite. So you guys are gonna have to get buckets and fill them and bucket brigade to the whole of the ship. Really lame shit, but it's totally understandable. I mean, seeing as the Lich just opens his chute and shoves it into his power armor suit. But you notice with your 19 a shiny coin of slightly larger, think of those centennial coins, that are bigger than, they're silver dollar size instead of regular coin quarter shape.
Yeah.
You see on the very tippy top of the pile, it's kind of fallen over and notched between a couple chunks of necrotite, but there's a large coin there.
Can I reach out and grab it
Yeah,
before anyone
totally.
notices?
You go up there and are you going to try to palm it so no one sees it?
Well, I meant yeah, why not? You know what?
Love it.
Yeah,
Do
give
it.
me a sleight of
You're a
hand.
pirate.
Sleight of hand. It's like the one thing I'd be good at, and now that I've said that, I'm gonna roll terrible.
No, you've got a good dexterity. You'll be fine. Wow.
Bullshit.
As you totally sleight of hand this coin by picking it
That's
up
a one.
and you go and you dust the necrotite off on it. And the coin seems to have a slight mild green glow. Maybe that's why you roll a natural 1, because the coin seems to have its own kind of hue of some kind of blight taint. Trust me, you're in the Nightmare Empire. Everything has blight taint. It's nasty.
Pick up and an LED.
Kinda, yeah. And something seems cool about it. It totally has Farouk, the dragon god, on the coin. So it looks like a collector's item coin as opposed to regular currency that you would spend. It's a coin that's got the dragon father's crest on one side and then a pose of the dragon on the other. You've never seen a coin that looks quite like this yet.
I have no arcana. Can I bring this to someone in the or someone in general, like the wisdom
Yes.
lady?
You sure you don't want to just hold on to it and call it your precious and keep it in your pocket till it connects to you?
Does it give me any special powers?
It might. I
Can I
can't tell
eat
you
it?
till you attune to it. Oh, you could totally eat it. You're undead. It would just sit in your belly like a pocket purse.
It's his prison wallet.
What am I gonna do if I want it back? I'm just gonna reach in, just under a few guts, and just rip it out.
I mean,
Gut
you're undead,
yourself and stitch it back up.
Can I make a check? And that an Arcana check? That's what it would be, right?
I
Or
mean,
would it be?
you can
Or would
totally
it
do an
be?
Arcana check.
Or would it be religion?
It would be Arcana and not religion.
Okay.
I mean, the religion part is it's got the Dragon Father's logo on it. And with the Arcana, you're like, it's a cool special coin that's got a tingle.
Oh, lovely.
Something
It has a
tells
tingle
you
to it.
you need to spend some time with it, i.e.,
Keep the tingly
attune to the
coin.
coin if you want to. Or give it to your captain. It's up to you.
Let's just straight down the gullet. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It can attune in my stomach.
You swallow, and it's like a silver dollar. So at one point, give me a Constitution saving throw to make sure you swallow this sucker, because it's bigger than an egg.
He's an ogren. He's got a big old throat.
There we go. 25.
Apparently, even in life, you used to swallow treasures and poop them out. You were a smuggling vessel amongst yourself. As you see this coin, you throw it down your mouth and you go cluck. Now, granted, the driver saw you pick up the coin and was totally eyeballing you, like, what the what? And the crew, like 3 or 4 crew members, especially Bontibia, saw you pick the shiny, glowy gold coin and swallow it.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody's gonna ask any questions later about what were you eating on the cart there, dude. It looked like a coin.
I could just what is the material that I just went into?
Necrotite? You don't want to eat necrotite. No, it's radioactive toxic.
Well, I'm dead, so why does it matter?
It'll burn a hole.
No, it will mutate you even in death.
Isn't that the point? Everyone wants a little mutation.
Not in a good way.
Isn't that the whole point of Fallout?
Dead.
You want that third arm.
You want to be a ghoul? Yeah.
Anyway, the good news is the captain of the first mate didn't see you, so unless somebody squeals, you won't get disciplined.
There's no snitchers on this here ship.
No rats.
I may need you to take a physical.
As that exact moment, the 3 human crew are tying ropes up, and they're just totally eyeballing you, and they're like, son of a bitch. Better be something in it for us. I mean, that is totally your pirate sailor thing is, everybody wants to get their palm greased.
Can we put some extra color in the gray that we could own?
Maybe
we can make it a purple.
Put a bead in there.
Maybe a dark gray.
Maybe steal them some of the guests' food.
It's purple night. That only happens once a month.
It's a special night for them.
So as you guys, there's this big bucket brigade. All the crew on deck get buckets out, and you start doing passing the buckets. So in short order, the boat is loaded up with an extra necrotite. So you get that as your poor, Warcaster is building his monstrosity on the deck still, and the two dwarves totally gave that monstrosity, a stink eye. Like, what the fuck? It's glowing, it's green, it's ooky.
Yes.
I have an odd question. Will my stomach now just glow in the dark?
No, you have skin and flesh. You're not, translucent.
I just feel like it'd be really funny just to walk through like a dark area, just like my stomach is glowing.
I may actually need to give him a physical, given that he did something weird.
I mean, for all you know, he did eat necrotite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do for that? What's the physical look like?
Some kids, they just put things in their mouth.
What did
Bend
you
over
not as a
and
kid?
cough.
Here,
Like,
I actually have a special tool that lets me look inside your belly. If you'll watch here.
let's
called
It's
the
called a
not,
dagger.
knife.
let's not do
called
that.
the scalpel.
Excuse me, is it a crime to use the most obvious tool to investigate?
I just swallowed a little coin. It's okay. We all swallowed nickels as kids. Come on.
I want to see this coin.
It's a tiny. It's not important. Don't even
It's
worry
my
about it.
precious. My precious.
It's in my stomach. You can't have it.
You would be surprised about that.
Yeah,
That's
should be a.
in terms of rank, could I recruit enough people to help me investigate this? People being thralls.
Can we like? What, are we doing this? Is this the thing we're doing?
You want to accost a crew member?
People's
So-
health is important to me.
Can we do? Can I roll an intimidation to like roll people away? Just
Well, I'd be fair with that. I think that was fair, but
Okay, so immediately, after the work is done and guys are putting away the buckets and other guys are cleaning off the buckets, and Bone Tibia is waiting for a quiet moment where a bunch of Bone Tibia's thralls and Bone Tibia can have a confrontation with you. Obviously, it sounds like whipping out the scalpel, saying, "What was with the coin you swallowed?"
yeah.
I was gonna say, Bone Tibia, give me a intimidation or persuasion, and Glyph, same thing.
All right. I have nothing and nothing.
Hey, dice might come up high.
Yeah. Oh right, I have my gut feeling too.
Damn it!
Wow.
Oh my
What the
god!
fuck?
Yeah.
The little surgeon's scary with that scalpel.
So
With a
immediately,
+4 in this.
you're like, arms scary, and the thralls are just listening to Bone Tibia. They're enthralled with Bone Tibia, and Bone Tibia kind of scarily whips out the surgery tools, and it totally, you can practically, the shadows look like a surgical mask with the eyes shining with a maniacal slasher surgeon, and let's just say there's a quick screen swipe where all of a sudden you see they're still holding you down, and Bone Tibia has gore all over her hands, but has a shiny coin in her hand.
Hey,
And
that's
she's
mine.
looking
Don't
at
take that.
you after she beautifully stitched you up, I'm assuming. And the
Yeah.
thralls are slowly letting go of you, and Bone Tibia's just looking at this coin and looking at you. And you have a feeling you don't want to Bone Tibia. She might put your hands on backwards.
Yeah. She did I see anything about his fate while I rearranged his guts?
This
Ooh,
isn't
give me an
tea.
Arcana.
Read the entrails.
Arcana.
Oh!
Nice.
You know for a fact that the two of yours fate is tied inevitably together.
Oh no. Well, hi.
That one will save the other, and without the other, one will perish.
I'll tell him that.
Can I have my coin back?
You spilled your guts to me, and that's what your guts had to say.
Can I have my coin back, man?
That's an awesome pun. Thank you.
And the interesting thing about the coin, you totally sense that its taint was, tainting him a little. And he was kind of bonding with it until you removed it.
Yeah. I'd like to have good arcana. I'd like to know more about this coin.
Oh, damn. Give me another arcana roll.
All right. I use my gut feeling to re-roll.
Do you have that ability?
I do.
Oh,
I, in fact, have also just done a reading of an animal's interest.
You know what? Fair enough.
Okay, go for it.
16.
16. Oh, looks like I don't have to worry about secretly whispering to somebody. I can tell the two people who know about it, and everyone else is going to ignore what wondrous item this coin is. It is
Okay.
the wondrous item called a dragon coin. This blight-tainted coin was minted in Skell, the capital of the Nightmare Empire, tempered in blighted blood in the shadow of Turok's citadel. It bestows a sliver of the Dragon Father's blessings on those who bear it. But the Dragon Father is fickle. A creature who is attuned to this coin can tap into this power, even if it's in his belly. As a reaction before making an ability check or saving throw, the creature can choose to use this and roll a d4 on an odd result. The checker saving throw takes a penalty equal to the number rolled. On an even roll, the check throw gets a bonus equal to the number rolled. It regains this ability at sunset. So it can either be good luck or depending on how when you flip the coin.
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Now the question is, whose coin is it?
Well, technically, I am owed a coin for services rendered.
That's some bullshit right there. That's some bullshit.
Oh,
You're gonna piss off the 7-foot ogren with the ogre cannon. Okay, he's in charge of the guns.
Can I have my coin back, man?
dude, you just got violated and you're being charged for it?
I mean, I got 10 gold for you. I feel like that it weighs about the same. I got you.
Here's 10
I'm
little
fine.
coins for my one big coin.
I have to stay in character and pocket it.
Oh,
Oh, you just robbed him.
Can I slide a hand to this?
I
Or can I just like slide it off?
Dummy thing to do out of character. But I can't imagine a situation where Botiva's just like, oh, I just ripped that out of your body. I'm gonna give it back to you now.
you're just gonna swallow it again. It's not good for you, kid.
Yeah. I'd be
It's not-
throwing hands, man.
Can I either like
So
can I throw hands or can I try to steal it? Are those
I mean,
options?
those are both options. If you want to try to steal it, give me either sleight of hand or athletics. And Bone Tibia, to get the fuck out of there, give me a acrobatics or stealth for you to get the hell out of there before he can get it from you. I'm assuming you totally cut the rope to go zipping back up to the crow's nests.
Yeah.
Fuck.
As Bone Tibia snatches the coin away with a snip of the scissors with your stitch, snips one of the ropes and immediately goes zipping up to the crow's nest with the coin. And the bitches, Bone Tibia can stay up there for days.
I slip you down a gold piece in return. Have a coin.
Oh my goodness.
Now, the question is, both of you guys give me a stealth roll real quick. I just want to see, okay. Most everybody didn't see the whole encounter that happened. It was done fairly stealthy.
Yeah.
Because thankfully there was the distractions of, the captain being put away and the crew all the ore away. So now you two have this tete-a-tete thing going on. Worse, Bontibia knows that your fates are tied together in one way or another. At some point, one of you is going to save the other, and if you're both not there, that person will die.
Yeah, that was probably unwise of me.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be something that could be used for another role in
I
a
could.
situation like that?
Does that
Well, that's if you make an attack.
cannot
It-
an attack? Can I
it's-
just shoot the crow's nest? That would be not great, but I could.
Yeah.
Bone Tibia, are you hiding at the crow's nest or not? Are you
No.
ducking down or are you sticking your head over?
I am cocky as hell.
Okay, so you could take the shot. It is going to be at disadvantage, though.
How do I do? Do I
Wait,
just
wait,
click
wait,
on
wait.
You just make your attack.
Are you shooting with the ogre gun?
the? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, I am.
Okay.
All
I
of a sudden, everyone on the ship is going to know this is coming. Bone Tibia, what's your AC? Will a 15 hit?
That's. I'm reasonably certain it does. God damn it.
Well, Bone Tibia is checking. Go ahead and click the cannon button for damage there.
Yep, 14.
That can't be right. Oh, yeah, bludgeon because it's the cannonball. So Bone Tibia just get the cannon goes off on deck, and like 3 boats in each direction immediately start moving to arms because a cannon just went off on the deck. You know, it's not just a rifle, boom. It's a 6-pound cannon just went off. And a huge chunk of the crow's nest just explodes as the cannonball goes right through and hits Bone Tibia for 17 points.
It's not great.
But Tibia, how many points of health do you have?
Total 39.
Yikes.
So, like, Bone Tibia's rib cage just crumpled in, basically, on one side.
It doesn't
And-
Ryan get 2 attacks per round?
If he spends action surge, or does he have multiple attack?
I have
Yes.
extra attack. I have extra attack.
Are you gonna use it?
Why not? You know what? I want my coin.
Oh my.
And is anyone on deck going to say or do anything as he reloads and fires the cannon?
I think
Oh,
Morgan will tackle him because he's firing a cannon on deck in
In harbor.
yeah.
safety officer. Yes.
As
So-
people are all looking over the rails of their ships like, what the fuck is going on? As a second shot rips through some more of the crow's nest, which is going to need some serious repair after this, for another 9 points to Bone Tibia. And now anybody can do anything they want since he went kablooey, kablooey.
Wait, but I thought ogre. I thought Oregon Ramsey was trying to stop the second shot.
Well, this was all on their turn, so they could do the 2
Oh,
attacks back to back. There's
okay.
no pause between them. So
Yeah.
now that that's happened, as you saw the ogre fire a new load in there and fire the cannon off, who's gonna do what? As the crow's nest has got splinters flying through the freaking air.
Yeah.
Are our dwarf guests still on the ship?
They're still on the ship negotiating with you guys about the
Oh,
whole how long
shit.
will it take, and they're freaking the fuck out. As soon as the cannon goes off, they both go under the table. You're
So-
getting the idea that they are not hardcore combatants, as
Yeah.
they
So,
both look at each other and they're like, "That was a cannon of at least 6 pounds."
Hey, at least they're accurate. I looked at the captain and I asked him, "Do you want to handle this little tussle, or do you want me to?"
I mean, what is it? Tuesday? Go ahead. Instill some discipline.
So I step onto the deck and shout
step
for everybody to. Yeah.
You
to
shout what?
for everybody to stand down and be at ease now.
And as you say that, Bone Tibby is up there getting shot the shit of, and bits and splinters of what used to be the crow's nest are raining down, pilting off your hat and around your feet. You know the crow's
And
nest looks jacked up.
I would have crawled up there and chopped her to pieces myself.
Well, I was hoping to take the crow's nest and make it fall.
Yeah, let's not cut the mast with a cannon. And
All
you
right, so,
you see your weapons master sitting there with smoke billowing out of his now cherry barrel.
can I roll an intimidation check to make
Are you-
everyone stand down?
Okay, and I will go ahead and give you advantage for that because you are the first mate. That is your job.
Yes.
Dirty
There we go,
20.
perfect.
As
Yeah.
immediately, like everybody who's getting all excited, immediately chills the and backs off to see what's going on.
Nice.
No, this is just a Tuesday afternoon between crew members playing
Nope.
rough.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, so I addressed the person holding the smoking cannon. Glyph, what the hell are you doing?
She took something from me. I want it back. She won't give it back.
And I look up at the crow's nest at Bone Tibia bleeding out, having taken 28 damage, or no, 26 damage so far. More than half of her life is gone. And say, what are you doing stealing from your own crewmates?
It was fair compensation for services rendered.
You
And
stole
what's-
from me after you cut me open. You stole it from me to find it.
Bone Tibia, is that how we treat our friends and crewmates?
Yes.
Do we cut open our crewmates without asking first?
I
He
throw the
held me
coin.
down.
No surgery without consent.
Yeah, safe, sane, and consensual.
I throw the coin at Sweetums. Fine, you distribute it.
Ooh, Sweetums, give me a deck save as something comes glinting down with the splinters.
Okay, so just straight decks?
Yep, just make a deck save. As you snatch this coin out of the air, you see this large coin. It's got the Dragon Father symbol on one side and a beautiful picture of the Dragon Father with a slight tinge on the coin.
I turn to Glyph and say, what makes this yours?
I found it on the cart. No one saw it but me. And I pocketed it first. First come, first serve.
Totally
So
sounds like
finders
pirate.
keepers, huh? I think finders keepers is fairly standard in a pirate ship, but
I called dibs on it.
Especially
do
when you found it on the shore, not the ship.
realize that. Yeah. Okay. I hand it over, but I tell him, I warn him that he may have made a permanent enemy in Bontibia today, and he might want to seek to make reparation in some way in the future.
Can I be an ass?
You can do whatever you want.
You got held down in surgery.
Can I flick the coin that Bone Tibia threw at me back up into the crow's nest?
That's going to be a hard throw, but dude, give me an athletics check. Go for it.
Oh no.
It's gonna go in the water.
As you throw it towards Bone Tibia as a fuck you, and the coin goes fluttering through the air, and Bone Tibia is watching it, and then it ends up like 4 feet short of the crow's nest and flies off, and you just hear splook in the darkness.
Rendered.
Ooh.
I look at the two of them. I say, "Is this settled now?"
Yes.
Who's paying for the crow's nest?
Oh, that's coming out of your guys' pay. You're gonna have to negotiate the repairs from one of the boatsmen or whatever the boat people that do repairs before we leave.
The carpenter. Because
Yeah,
the
sure.
captain did just pay for the boat to be perfectly shipped.
I
Yep.
did.
So yeah, so they're gonna. I think Bone Tibia and
How much
Slith are
does
gonna have to
wood
go do that.
cost?
Well, you're gonna have to go
It's
get
roughly about 1 gold a point of
services.
damage that you did to it.
How much damage did I do to the ship?
20.
Oh, well, that's not that bad. I was thinking about 100.
You can always
My
tip 'em.
brain. I mean, I could
Anyway.
give him 20 gold and
No, you and Bone Tibia gotta go get these services done while the captain and I head up to speak to the Lich Lord at midnight.
okay.
And as you know, you're laying down the law, first officer, and then you and the captain are heading off up the main street, and we totally see these two talking to those Ogren carpenters, saying, "Hey, how much to fix it?" And they're like 29 gold, and we'll be there in 2 days. And they scratch their heads. And are they gonna give me a aided persuasion roll, or are they gonna make the ship have to wait 2 days to be fixed?
Can I roll intimidation instead?
You're gonna try to intimidate the Ogren carpenters?
He's
You
an
can
ogre.
I'm
I
an
try.
love
ogre.
it.
Yeah.
And I
Do
did
it.
just shoot my own friend. I feel like at that point I don't really care. Fuck.
It's a 1.
I know.
As needless to say, these guys take more of an offense to is an Ogren who is undead, pretending to be an Ogren.
Oh.
So
They
is
have
that
to
like
do with the human Ogren, but there's nothing better than an Ogren, because of course your people were like the big bad for 100 years on the continent here. And the fact that you're a pale imitation of an Ogren. And you probably tried to greet them in like a standard Ogren greeting, and they just totally took it wrong. And they'll be like, "Give us the coin now. We'll be there in 2 days."
so 30? Was
You
it
might want to
29?
ask
29 gold.
you might want to ask your partner to help you out there, buddy.
I'm the one who shot the crow's nest. I feel
I
like
know,
I could repair it.
but you and Bone Tibia were both involved. You both were sent to the to negotiate this.
Can we just round it up to 30 for the
Sure.
for being an ass?
They'll totally do that.
So 15 each. Does that sound good?
I don't have 15.
Bone Tibia's poor.
Where's your money?
Bone Tibia spends it when Bone Tibia gets it.
Yes,
I
True.
came onto the ship and I got 200 gold. What the fuck?
yep.
Okay, so I guess I'm paid 30. Well, damn.
And conveniently, it'll take them 2 days to come do the repair. Unfortunately, you're shipping out in probably a day.
Might want to step that we have to have a ship shape
Okay,
ship.
can I ask if they'll do it a day for 35?
Nope. With that natural one, it's sorry, we're booked up. We're living Ogren. We have to get sleep.
Fuck.
We can only work so many hours in the day. They're totally being douchebags after they get the coin.
Bone
But-
Tibia, you want to try?
They're good to their word. They'll be there in 2 days if you're still there.
So are we gonna have a half-functional crow's
Oh.
nest now?
Well, it still works for
We
the
will
crow's nest.
be
It's
there.
just
We
easy
will
breezy.
have a crow's nest.
I could try persuasion, but my persuasion is 0. So
Well, it's better than my +4 intimidation where I rolled a nat 1. So
Oh, you don't need to worry about any more rolls with that nat 1. That's all you need with them. You've already burnt the equity with them.
all right.
So
Yeah.
they'll be there
Yeah,
in
are there
2
any other-
days, just like they said. 2 days. They totally do that whole put their foot down. That'll take 2 days. Oh, look, and they flip the open to close sign, and they close the shop right there with you guys. We got
All
coins
right.
for drinking, brother. And the Ogrins, pop open a wineskin, start guzzling it down, and say, "We're closed for the night." And with that, I will say it's a good place to wrap it up there, since
Boy,
it's almost
go-
12:30.
I may go for a swim later.
For the
You're
one
gonna go
point?
swimming in that water?
Maybe. Why would I? Yeah.
I mean,
she could always sew herself back up.
Yeah.
the good news is there should not be crabs because they sent thralls underwater.
So the crabs are
Yeah.
eating those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're eating those. You guys are awesome. This is a great night, guys. Good job, everyone.
This was fun. I'm looking forward to violence.
Mm-hmm. Me
We
too.
already had
Fine.
violence. What do you mean?
Hey, you got to have
Not crew and crew violence. I've got something for that, but thank you, Jim. This was cool and fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was
Ja-
fun.
James, you did great as usual. Thank
Yes.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome, guys. And the Lich Lord is totally
you.
going to teach you some secrets with his best buddy and how to beat a Lich, just in case.
Oh, I'm excited for that too.
The Lich is going to give you some super, super secret Lich lore. When he doesn't have a bunch of guests listening in.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm sure the Lich Lord will totally tell you all these secrets I tell you, none of them work on me.
of
Well, yeah, that makes
course
sense.
not. Of course not. Yeah.
All
Nod
those
and
flaws I
yeah,
fixed in
grin.
myself. I went to
Yeah.
Lich therapy.
The sad part is we have to figure out the 50% that he actually did fix and the 50% that are still weaknesses.
Yeah.
On that note, I am going to log off, guys. Thank you so much. It was wonderful, fantastic. We should have a full crew in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Yep,
And
we should.
yeah, nice, great.
I'm already looking forward to it.
All right. Have a good
All right.
night.
Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Right.